night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, a week, a month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you till there won't be
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Now let me see you whack. Drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor then. it's nothing. Everybody call me Big Pimpin'. No, I ain't bluffing. I'm with your mom in the kitchen, making blueberry muffins.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Chicken banana, chicken banana, chicken banana, banana, banana.
I remember when I lost my mind.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, coming to you live from the backside of the moon. That's right. What is this, boy? I got some crazy shit going on in here. I can't get that freaking song out of my head. Which one, Lisa? The biscuit song? Yeah, no, it's an earworm, isn't it? Chicken banana, that one I can't. That one sticks with you a little bit too. Look, wherever North shows up, this stream goes south. Yeah, well, North will not be coming back. North has used up all his lives, and so there's no respawn over here. He's been using sock accounts, but that's all right. I got plenty of shit to get his little ass juiced up tonight. That ought to be fun. Yeah, the biscuit song. You believe it or not, Lisa, there are so many different versions of that out there. Hang on just a second, just for fun here before we get going. We're waiting for some people. They'll be showing up here. Let's see. All right, check this one out. Okay. Yeah. All right, here's a death metal version of it. Okay. You wouldn't believe it. These people have gone everywhere with this thing. They've done country. They've done all kinds of crazy shit. Let me forward this up to where the song starts. Hang on a second. There we go.
Biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's like all different versions of this. I think, where's that other one? Let's see. Yeah, there's a Notorious B.I.G. featuring Carolyn's Taste the Biscuit. They did that one. It's Taste the Metal Biscuit. I mean, it's insane the amount of different ones that you can go on here and find them all over the place, man. It's funny as shit. But what's amazing is that stupid fucking song is taken off. Like, I don't get it. The first time I heard it, I thought that is so stupid. I like it though. It's funny as shit. It's sort of like that dumb song by Randy Newman. Remember Short People? What a stupid fucking song, but it was popular. It just goes to, who knows, man? Sometimes a silly little ditty is all you need, you know? Yeah, that's what they got. Who we got in here? Taste the Triscuit? We just full of ideas, aren't we, Mustang? And we got, who's this? USA Carrie King from Slayer. Maybe lady had no idea what she started. No shit, really. Because I didn't realize it was as popular. I just thought, well, I just saw it and I was like, well, that's the silliest fucking thing I've seen in a long time. I'm going to save that, you know. And now I'm finding out that it's kind of a cult thing. I don't know, but whatever. We have fun with it, right? We like to taste the biscuit, that's for sure. And then you notice how right after that girl says about the muffin while she's exemplifying her muffin, then it goes to the Taste the Biscuit song. And then we segue, because she doesn't like it on her chicken wings, to chicken banana. See, this is how it's random. Trust me. Anyway, What was that I was? Oh yeah, I just stopped sharing. I didn't get rid of the tab. Look at there's D-Man. D-Man has shown up. D-Man is here.
What's going on, man?
Not too much. You remember that dude the other night was claiming there that he said that they don't say anything in the Talmud. Where's all this shit in the Talmud and everything?
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of condensed down, but I thought, we'll go ahead and show that here.
There's a lot of stuff in there that's kind of
nasty. Man, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Listen to some of this. The music is horrible, so I'm just going to say, it says, we Jews, we are the destroyers and will remain the destroyers. Nothing you can do will meet our demands and needs. We will forever destroy America because we want a world of our own. That's Maurice Sanyal, taken from his book, You Gentiles, page 155. Here's another one. We intend to turn Europe and North America into a mixed mongrel race of Asians and Negroes ruled over by Jews. And that was the Jewish European Union founding father, Richard Coudenhove Kalergi, taken from his book, Practitioner Idealismus, 1925.
There's a famous plan that has his name called the Kalergi plan.
Oh, really? And what does exactly that consist of? That?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It makes sense. It's like the Hegelian dialectics named after Hegel, right? This isn't the one with the Talmud, though. I got that one queued up, too. Here's one that says, you white people are on an endangered list. And unlike, say, the bald eagle or some exotic species of muskrat, you are not worth saving. In 40 years or so, maybe fewer, there won't be many more white people around, and that's a good thing. And that's Tim Wise, Jewish anti-racist activist. So he's completely racist in his endeavors to be anti-racist. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah. Look at, he's got those sick eyes, kind of like Randy Fine's got. He's got that same pig face. See that?
Yeah.
It says Judaism is communism, internationalism, the universal brotherhood of man, the emancipation of the working class and the human society. It is with these spiritual weapons that the Jews will conquer the world and the human race. No wonder they're always having to run away and flee.
Kind of answers the question on why everybody hates him so much and why people don't want to be around him and why they have to do all this running and fleeing. Well, because they're trying to kill everybody that they run across everywhere they've ever been.
Look at this one. It says there are about 50 million German men and women within the procreation ages, and it is estimated that 20,000 surgeons performing about 25 operations daily could sterilize the entire male population of Germany within 3 months and the entire female population in less than 3 years. And that's Louis Nietzsche with What to Do with Germany, 1944. Terrible. There, he's not approving of this. So yeah, I thought that was a very good one. And then here's the Talmud one. Oh, shit. See, I do that every fucking time. Now I got to do this. I don't know how that got
I just
changed.
found that book, by the way, What to Do with Germany. It's in PDF. I put it in private chat.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. We'll pull that up maybe. There, now I got this. Man, I don't know how that got to where it split screens. I don't. I mean, where it covers both screens when I enlarge, unless I've got it shared. It's just really weird.
That book is from January 8th. It was checked out of a library in the University of the Pacific in 1967. The book was copyrighted in 44.
Wow.
So there you go.
Source 115. Even the best of Goyim should all be killed. Yebamoth 98A. All children of Goyim are animals. Baba Mazia 114b. Gentiles Goys are not humans. They are beasts. Gashaz 2. A Jew may violate but not marry a non-Jew girl. Sandarin 54b. A Jew may have sex with a child as long as the child is less than 9 years old. Tauspot Jebamoth 84b. If you eat with a goy is the same as eating with a dog. Baba Mazia 24a.
What was that last one? Yeah. Let me take that up to that last one. Baba Mazia, if a Jew finds an object lost by a Gentile, it does not have to be returned. Well, isn't that convenient? So I just thought you might all be a little bit interested in that take on things. And as we hear, it doesn't, where does it say these things in the Talmud? Yeah, you can have sex with a child as long as they're under 9 years old. That's some fucking sick shit, bro. Where they get that from? You know you're muted.
Oh shit. Okay.
I didn't
Do
know.
we
if
sound
you
a
were
little
saying-
better right there? I don't want to be too loud.
There you go. Yeah, that bass on that fucking song was terrible, man.
Yeah, I know.
What is this? Every person. This is crazy. This is somebody made a thing out of this. Oh, let me see. Did they show it? Oh, cool. I can get away with showing this thing. Okay. This is a game show called Say Something.
It's Say Something Normal, the only game show where you win by just saying one normal thing. Dr. Oz, you're up first. It's time to say something normal.
Let me speak a little bit about the reality that 1 in 3 Americans are under baby.
Oh, nice try, but no. Over to you, Mr. President. Think you have what it takes to say something that's not truly and utterly bizarre?
Every person around is going to have autism. That's what's happening. So,
sorry, that was weird. We're looking for something normal. RFK Jr. Ready, set, say something normal.
in 1970, men had twice the sperm count as our teenagers do today.
Sorry, you answered with teen sperm trivia. That unfortunately is not something normal to say. Mr. President, over to you again.
How the fuck do they know what the sperm count of teens are?
From 1970.
Right. So they've been at this for some time. You know, what's all involved with this science? That's what I want to know. You guys are like, what, just, oh my God. That's maybe what Trump's dance is all about. I don't know.
Say something normal and you win.
I became the father of fertility.
Nope, that's all the time we have for today. Better luck next time on Say Something Normal.
Okay, we have it in our say. Fire, boom.
He is truly. Did you see where the Chinese president, I guess Xi is his name, which I bet that pisses Trump off. What's his pronouns? They kind of snubbed him. Like when Kim Jong-un went and visited, man, they had the red carpet and the motorcade and all this fucking pomp and circumstance and shit. And even when the Iranian foreign minister showed up, he got a better treatment. Trump showed up. They wasn't there. Nobody there to meet him at the fucking tarmac at the airplane or anything. No, nobody of any significance.
No bands?
No. And who did he take over with him? Not his best advisors or anything else like that. Not experts on American relations, nothing like that. Nothing. No. So he takes Eric and what's her name? Tiffany. Is that his wife's name?
Yeah.
He takes those fucking losers with him. He takes Elon with him. Oh boy, way to really nerd up the party. And, and these other tech giants that are just there to try to make deals in China for their bullshit. And I think China's just going to fucking give them the cold shoulder when it's all said and done. I really do. I think there's nothing productive is going to come from this whatsoever. That's just my take on it. You know?
Nothing's going to happen. I mean, obviously, Well, you know, when he came to California, they literally moved all the homeless people out of town. When
Right,
he showed up, they
right.
put flags on the poles and they strapped, you know, cleaned, ran the sweepers on the street so it didn't smell like piss and rat
I
shit.
know, right? And the McRib went on sale.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, what are you trying to? What's he trying to do? Like his idea for having this big, beautiful ballroom, and then he just doubles the size and the cost of it. You know, just like, oh yeah, but it's still under budget. Well, you're the one that set the fucking budget. What do you mean budget? There was no budget set out by anybody official for this shit. You just said you wanted this shit. You were going to have donors pay for it. And now that's over. There's no donors. And now you're just going to bilk the American people for some shit that they'll never be able to use. You won't probably live to see come to existence or use. And for what? What's the reality of this? Just so you can have your fucking mark on the world? You've left your mark on the world, buddy. Just that's not in dispute, you know? And people are going to work diligently to remove that mark, I'm sure. You know, God damn, that dog's really going at the water, bro.
I don't think after he's gone, anything's going to change. I think the
No,
attitude.
it's we're going to be in the same thing. And again, we got the Tom and Jerry show. Tom never kills Jerry because then there would be no more cartoons, right?
Right.
So they just create problems and then argue and bitch about it, and then people forget about it and they create new problems, and then people bitch, and behind the scenes while they're distracted by all this, they pull all this nonsense. And all the people they're pulling it on will fight with you tooth and nail to tell you that that is fucking necessary to have those people. It is necessary to have those people. Why do they say that? Because that's what they were fucking told.
Yeah.
But when you come down to it, it's like, do you trust the government? Fuck no. That's why I'll ask these people that are loyal to Trump and thinks that he's on the level, right? I'll ask him, I said, would you trust him with your kids to babysit him alone? Would you trust him with your grandkids? How far do you trust him?
No. Well, I mean, you know, their whole gimmick, most of the city and state and county, municipal, all this stuff is basically them being hired by these people to steal from you so they can make you broke, which is hilarious. Because why would you hire somebody to steal from you and then say,
right,
thank you for stealing from me? It's ridiculous.
Well, the other day, his stupid big dumb mouth, you know, he called some reporter a stupid person because they asked why he had doubled the cost. It's because I doubled the size. Well, that's kind of the question, dumbass. Why did you need to double the size?
Yeah.
You know, and he just gets all mad and flips shit. But in that same press conference, I think he said one line that is going to be clipped and used. It already is. It's going to destroy this whole thing.
Let me take a guess.
What's that?
Did they ask him about the rising costs to the taxpayer, and he said he didn't care? That he didn't care what it cost for people, that Iran can't get nukes? Was that okay? I heard that today. It's been all over the place. He's a dick.
And their cover for it is bizarre as shit, because JD Vance was like, oh, I don't think he said that.
No,
what?
He fucking said it.
We all fucking heard it. Everybody's heard it by now.
It's always great when the truth comes out and he says exactly what he really intends on saying, which is, I don't give a shit about you.
When he said, I don't think about anybody, that he could have just stopped him. He backed up and said, I don't care about their finances or whatever. But he started to say, I don't care about anybody. I was like, yeah, there's the truth right there.
Yep.
Slipped right the fuck out. You'll hear him. Here.
When you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear
I don't think about anybody.
weapon.
I don't think the president said that. I think that's a misrepresentation of what the president said. But look, I agree with the president that Iran should not have a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, let's just avoid the he said it. I know he said it, but I'm JD Vance and I have to lie to your face so I can get in, so I can bring Palantir in.
Yeah, I don't think he meant it that way, but I agree that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Well, whether you agree with that or not, first off, it's not your place to tell another country what they can and cannot have. Okay, I think that's probably the issue first and foremost on the table. Okay, and because of some faulty information or whatever makes you think that they're going to have nuclear bombs or whatever, even if the fucking things were real, you don't get to decide that. You're not the president or vice president of Iran. Okay, that's all. So you might as well stop concentrating your efforts on that aspect of it, because you don't have any jurisdiction over a sovereign country. That's
right.
I don't care if you think you can beat them up or not. That would be like if I told my neighbor, said, hey, he sees that I have a really nice 12 gauge shotgun. And he says, oh man, he said, that's really nice. He said, boy, I'd like to have one of those for home defense, you know? So no, you're not allowed to have one of those. What do you mean I'm not allowed to have that? Yeah, well, you looked at me funny one time from across your yard and shit. And I could have swore somebody told me that you wanted to hurt me. So no, you're not allowed to get a gun. Well,
Or
how are you
else.
gonna stop me? I'm going to beat your ass. I'll beat your ass to keep you from buying something that I have. What the fuck is that dumb shit? Who thinks that way? Who thinks that's moral, legitimate, or within reason?
Yep.
Nobody thinks that.
Next chapter brought up a good question. He said, but why? Why can't they have one? And I say, well, they haven't attacked anybody. When has
Right.
Iran attacked anybody? So, but yet the people that they allow and don't have a problem with them having one, if it even exists, it's probably bullshit. But I mean, even if they do, look at what those people do all the time. They attack every person around them, every
Yep.
single country, every single person. They endanger everybody around them, but they don't have any problem because we have to stop these people because they could attack somebody, but these people are attacking somebody all the time, and you don't seem to have a problem with that. That's perfectly okay. It's like, yeah, fuck these people.
I tell you what, you wouldn't believe how you cough like that and not ready for it. That hip of mine, that just killed
Yeah.
me right now. Damn. I hate that.
I broke
But
my
you
ribs
know,
a car accident a long time ago, and that was like hell. If I
God, I
just
hate that.
breathed wrong or rolled wrong or anything, it was total hell. So I get you.
My daughter, one time we was horsing around and she did like a kick at me and caught me just right and got my rib and cracked it.
Yeah.
And boy, I know exactly what you're talking about. I was like, God damn, girl, take it easy on the old man. This was years ago too. She was just a little girl.
Let me ask you, did you hear in the news last night too? About the person passing away?
Oh, Ogre.
Valley Parks died.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I had that in my notes here to say something. Yeah, Valley Parks died. We what's his name? FE Nation was on here last night and told us about it. Yeah.
Yeah, DJ and Mark mentioned it on Strange World and Strange Lounge last night, and Sandy also mentioned it. Bass
Valley
Ackwards
Park.
did a live.
She was here a lot, man. She
Yeah.
was here a lot. I really appreciated her. She would send me information and ask me questions, outside of the show itself. But
She loved your
really
show,
wild,
and she loved your show, and she loved Strange World with Mark Sargent.
Yeah.
And she loved Sandy. She was always on Mandela Effect, Sandy Diva Mandela Effect all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever she would see me, she would always say hello to me. She's a very nice woman.
yeah, she was. Well, she escaped. It's the way I look at it. She's not.
Yeah, she got out of
just
this
not
mess.
here. She's not gone. She's just not here.
Yeah.
Who wants to be here anyway?
Andy Warhol had an interesting analogy. I don't know what you call it. That they're just gone. They just went to the store.
Right.
And I always like that mentality because it's a lot nicer than they're gone forever.
Well,
you know,
you know, that's the thing that kind of came to me, like on with DMT, was that, you know, as you're going back, you start to realize because when you're in that, you realize how silly this all is. You really do, and it'll make you laugh. It really will. You're detached from it so much that you realize how fucking silly it is, and that it's like, oh yeah, time to go back to the fucking silliness.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's so crazy, is because it really is, this whole thing is just like I don't know, for lack of a better word, like simulation, like a game, like they say,
I
you
think it's
think
a
life's a
test.
game, and I'm like, it is, man. You know, really.
I asked some religious people a long time ago, if this was just a test, is this just a testing field? You know, is this like some kind of, board game, and we're on this, test to see what we do and what we achieve and what we don't achieve and regrets.
Right.
And he said, yeah, I think it is. I think it's from the physical to the spiritual, that this is the testing field. That this is basically, to see how you do.
Did you ever see Free Guy?
I never
with
seen
Ryan
it.
Reynolds.
Yep.
The guy from the telephone commercials.
I guess he does telephone
Cell
commercials.
phone, yeah.
He was Green Lantern. That movie didn't really go over too well, but he's kind of comical in a way. I mean, I like most of the shit that he's been in, but in this movie, what it is, he's a video game character. He's an NPC, and he works at the bank. His best friend is like one of the security guards at the bank. And they're just used to every day somebody comes in and holds it up, because it's like Grand Theft Auto. And out in the street, there's just mayhem and shit like that. And he's talking about it at the narration at the beginning. He says, those are the sunglasses people. They're wearing these sunglasses. And he says, those are the sunglasses people. And they have like special powers. They're awesome. They do all kinds of things, And he sees them as like a different people. And so there he is in the bank, and bam, like clockwork, somebody comes in there to fucking rob it. Everybody puts their hands up, and he decides to not. He decides to confront the robber. And he ends up taking off the guy's sunglasses and then shooting the guy and then taking his sunglasses. And they're like, whoa, how'd that happen? Because that's not supposed to happen in a video game. But as soon as this NPC puts on these glasses, he can see all the shit that's in the video game, like stacks of cash whirling around the air, med kits, that kind of thing. And he's like, oh, right, okay, well, this is really kind of crazy. Well, the gist of the story is that these two game developers had come up with a game, but this big tycoon, Elon Musk type guy, bought them out and used their game and perverted it into a competition of death and accumulation of material wealths and things like that. You got to try to get as much cash as you can, kill all the other bad guys. You're all in competition, blah, 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 blah. And he ends up discovering what the true engine of the game was. And there was no competition. It was just a place that you could go, that you could do all kinds of creative stuff and interact with one another. There was no competition at all involved with it. But you see, and I look at that as like a metaphor. That's what we're supposed to be. But then the hijack by the evil dude, or the Satan, or whatever you want to call it, the adversary, the hijacking of the simulation has turned it into exactly like that, like the Grand Theft Auto thing. Like that guy had turned that game engine into. So, and it's what? For their pleasure, not for the pleasure of the people participating in it.
Seems that way.
Great metaphor. It's a good movie. I watched it like 5 times in a row. Well, not, like back to back, but like 5 times within short periods of one another. And I'd pick up more little shit in there every time.
When you think about it, all those things are really happening.
Yeah.
There's murders and crimes and people disappear.
What movie you're talking about?
It's called Free Guy.
Free Guy. Oh yeah, I have that in my downloads.
That's a great flick, man. That's a great one.
I'm yet to watch it.
So I kind of look at it as a testing field, you know, it's to test you
Yeah.
to see before you shed the physical and go to the spiritual or upper or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't know. I'm not much of a religious guy, but you know, I can get down with that. That it's
Well, it's like that thing I showed about sleep last night. Like, what's going on there? Right? What's actually going on there? Where's the consciousness going? Where are these dreams coming from? How are they scripted? Where in the hell is that? You know, and why are you not there actually in it? You know what I'm saying? It's like there's something fucking crazy going on at that period of time. And we just take it as like maintenance, you know, like, oh, well, I got to sleep so I can rest.
You know what's strange when you have an insane dream, and whatever you want to call it, nightmare dream, whatever it is, you wake up and you know what, you just were thinking about it, and 10 seconds later it's gone. And you can't remember a thing of it. Like I had one where I fell asleep. And I thought about somebody while I was sleeping that I haven't thought of in probably 35 years. And I woke up and I remembered the person's name. And I was like, why?
Right.
Why out of all the things it could do while I'm sleeping, it could have put me on an island of nudity, whatever, all the craziness things that you could imagine in your mind. I could have been a billionaire. It remembered some guy that I haven't thought of in 35 years in some parking lot random. Yeah. Why that one person?
Right.
Why? Just sometimes it throws you for a loop where you get up and say, what was that even about? Why did I even think of that? You didn't. It's just unconsciously. I think it's just your brain kind of clearing out old things.
You know what? I don't really think it's the brain. I don't really think it's the brain. I think the brain is just the processor. I think the brain is the interpreter. I think that this all comes from a higher source. I think that it comes kind of like Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? That your thoughts are not actually generated within your brain, but actually transmitted to you through your higher self. You know, kind of like with a video game. Okay? That character in the video game that you're controlling has no idea that you exist. For all intents and purposes, he is doing everything and making every choice on his own. But he doesn't realize that he is you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I hear you.
If you do pay attention, like if you do kind of keep, well, I mean, people keep dream journals and stuff, you know, but if you do kind of pay attention more and not forget as quick, hi Crystal too, by the way, you can tend to like have that, you can bring that dream back again, and you can also like kind of become more lucid within that dream. Like I've been able to quite a bit, you know, the more I remember my dreams quite a bit actually. And for a time I did write them down, but the more you kind of pay attention to them and pay attention to what goes on in them, you can kind of navigate them a little better. At least that's my experience. I shouldn't say that for everybody, but
yeah, it's I find it strange that it's totally random sometimes, that it's not. I mean, some people have crazy dreams, you know, some people have crazy dreams and they wake up and they can tell you every detail of it, and 10 seconds later I can't remember anything of it. You know,
well, if you were to say Freud, it's because you want to have a cigar for a penis and you want to have sex with your mom.
Yeah.
do you want to, like, when you wake up, do you try, like, do you just like, I'll just move on, or do you actively and try and remember it?
I don't do it. I mean, not anymore. I mean, it's been a long time since I've woke up and had any weird dreams.
Yeah.
You know, it's never anything, you know, interesting. I mean, like I said, most of the time you just kind of forget it anyway and say, whoopee-doo, yeah. If it wasn't like something mind-blowing.
That happens to me next chapter. That happens to me a lot. I get instances of deja vu continuously.
Oh, I do. It happens all the time with me. Things I said or something I'll say, and then I go to work and I say it, and I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I thinking about what I just said? Like, it's almost like sometimes I'll see stuff like you've said it before. You've said it to that. You could picture it in your mind. That happens quite a bit, where I kind of see stuff, but I don't see it. It's not like I'm, clairvoyant. But I mean, you get that deja vu thing. Like, wait a minute, haven't I said this before? This scenario.
That's what happened the last time I played this game. What the fuck? I'm back at that level again.
Respawn.
I respawn here. Yeah.
It's wild.
Be wary what caused me to end the game and respawn back here. I better be careful.
Yeah. But I think if you dismiss it right away and you just kind of move about your day, if you take a little time to kind of go over it, right when you first wake up, you can slowly start to bring those reoccurring dreams back again. But anyway, that's my experience.
That's what gets me is I'll be having a dream like that or something really nice, and then or whatever, and then I all of a sudden I gotta piss. So I get up, I go in, and then by the time I come back and I'm like, what was I dreaming about? I want to go back there, and it's like it's gone, forget it.
I can do that actually. I've done it quite often.
So
it's not, not always. It ain't like a control thing. Like I can do it on command, but I've done it.
Do it now.
Here I am. Here I am. Said.
Am I in a dream right now? Oh.
Here I am. Said Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, no shit.
When the clock goes off.
What I was saying earlier about that Iran doesn't need a nuclear weapon to obliterate Israel if it wants to.
Where'd you go?
It doesn't need one. And that's who's really feeling so threatened is Israel, right? Well, they could tear you out without a nuke. Here's how. Listen to this.
Strategy in this war. I mean, isn't the danger here that, of course, the only real nuclear state in West Asia is Israel? And the danger here is that Netanyahu could detonate a nuclear weapon over Iran.
Well, that is a possibility, but of course, in a way, the Iranians have a nuclear weapon. They could hit Dimona if as they did.
But they don't have a nuclear weapon yet, the Iranians. But I suppose they don't need one to hit Dimona.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they don't need one because the Iranian nuclear weapon is sitting right there in Dimona. All they have to do is hit it with their ballistic missiles, which they can do. And then you have a nuclear explosion in Israel and radiation all over the place. And, of course, Israel is a tiny, tiny country. Iran is huge. Iran is as large as Western Europe. Israel is tiny. It doesn't take much to destroy a small country.
Yeah, but it's...
Or they could just target their nuclear missiles, right? Listen, this shit's fake. Nukes are fake. There's no such fucking thing as nukes.
That's ridiculous.
In fact, there's a book by Tamara Cheville that's out there about that, and the link to it is down in the description of this video tonight. It's entitled Nukes Are a Hoax, and those are pretty good. She's got a few books. Y'all need to check that out if you haven't already. And like I said, the link is down in the description. Prices are good. Check it out. See if you don't like it. But yeah, here's the entire Jewish supremacy conspiracy in a span of 6 minutes.
Rome is generally considered the Western world, America, and the Christian world.
The nation of Edom, of Romi, the Western world.
Rome doesn't mean to be like today's Rome. It's like the Roman culture, which is basically all of the Western culture. So United States is also a continuation of that culture of Rome.
Rome, which is Edom, which is the West, will fall, collapse as it were before Mashiach.
Until the kingdom of Edom falls, then the Mashiach will come. That is, the Mashiach will only come when the Roman Empire falls. What is the Roman Empire today? Christianity now. But what did Pope do? He now brings many Muslims, many, who conquer Europe, America, and the other Christian countries without war until the entire Roman Empire falls by itself. And the Talmud says that if the Roman Empire falls, Mas will come to our time immediately.
There are
without doubt, Jews involved in those movements and those organizations, very often NGOs, etc., who promote this phenomenon of third world immigration into the Western countries.
All the European anti-Semites, Hashem sent them cancer to their countries, the Arabs. That's their cancer. They're taking over their countries, they're occupying the streets, they intimidate them, they destroy them, there's crime, they rob them, they're violent, they block the streets, and they force their culture on them, and they're taking away Paris, London, all these places. You can see there's riots in London for months already. They killed some girls there, I don't know exactly the story. This is their punishment. They came and killed the Jews that were in Europe. Hashem said, no problem, I'm gonna give you something a lot better than the Jews that you killed. I'm gonna send you the children of Ishmael. You will have a taste.
Which country had the most open arms for the wonderful Syrian refugees? Now they see how wonderful it is a year later. That destroyed their economy, their infrastructure, their social welfare, and everything else. Germany. Merkel went and took in 1.2 million of these people, and then said she's going to take in double that. Now she's already backing down because she realized that there's no country left. But, hey, what happened? Yaakov Avinu prayed to God, Al tited ma'Hashem me'avei resha. Don't let the last exile of it, don't wipe out my children. Hashem said, don't worry. Lu Yishmael yicheh lefanecha. Your grandfather Abraham already found the solution for it. We're going to infiltrate Germany with Muslims, and that's going to bring Mashiach. Because the Ishmaelim are going to fight the Edomim. They're going to take battle one to another. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends the Bnei Ishmael that are not from the four Galuyot to fight Edom's fight for us, because we can't fight that fight because we're not worthy spiritually of that. We need the Bnei Ishmael to have power, because then they're going to use that power to go spite the Bnei Edom. You are a slave who's doing the dirty work for us. You're cleaning up our mess with Edom, so we should be able to have Mashiach. That's what you're doing. And for that we say kudos and thank you.
These two sides are going to go into a spiritual war that's called Gog Magog. Yes, Gog Magog war, and there's different parts of the war. It starts initially as a war that seems like irrelevant, but then we start seeing this is more of a spiritual war than anything else, because it starts with first Edom against Ishmael, Esav against Ishmael, the Christians against the Arabs.
Edom falls to them. They lose. The Western countries lose this war. Why? Because they destroyed the second temple. Meaning, while you were all rooting for the West this whole time, you forgot about the fact that they have major debt to pay.
Rome will fall into the hands of the Persians.
Not the entire West will be wiped out, but most of the West will be, according to this prophecy. And they will be wiped out by a very low class of migrants. They will be the lowest possible class of people, and they will be the ones to destroy it.
Europe already accepted, past the 10 years, accepted more than 100 million refugees. I don't think that another 1.5 million refugees would make any difference for the Europeans.
Hashem turned the Europeans to such fools that they blinded them, that they brought the cancer into their body. I mean, people today get cancer, nobody invites the cancer. You're taking over the world. The Europeans don't have kids. In Italy, they don't even have one kid per family. Not even one kid, 0 point something. They're going in reverse. In another generation, there won't be no Italians. It's going to be all Arabs. French, same thing. British, same thing. Danish, Greeks, all these countries. 30 to 50 years, it's all going to be Arabs without terror.
Blinken is Jewish. Sullivan is Jewish. Schumer is Jewish. Mayorkas is Jewish. I don't know if you realize how many Jews there are that are stabbing America in the back.
Every country who hurt the Jews were destroyed. It's just a matter of time, because God runs the world. Everyone who goes against his children, soon or later, will be severely punished.
God runs the world? He obviously does not go by the Bible. If his God is running the world, that tells you who his God is. It's Satan. Obviously. Could it be Satan? Of course it is. Motherfucker, what you think it is? Biatch, right? Here. Do.
Got that stuck in your head now, huh?
Yeah, dude, that song is like I don't know why who picks these fucking songs to put on these things, man. What do you think's going on with this shit? Look at this.
Choo.
Oh, then the shy
This is how we reenact the fleeing and running from people that hate us because we're evil.
Top dick. Kita $1 million. Das ist eigentlich verkehrt. Das ist eigentlich verkehrt,
Look at that shit. Why they always got to have little tunnels and shit? What's up with that, man?
They're preppers.
It's because everybody's running and fleeing all the time. That's what they do. Here you go. Feminism brought to you by guess who? Guess who brought you feminism? That's
Guess
right.
who?
The choosed. Look at that with the beard, man. What's up? Probably all dudes.
The heck even is this?
What'd you say?
Who are these people?
They're all the feminist leaders.
Oh.
They're all Jewish. All the feminism leaders are Jewish. They're icons of it. That's what they do, is they infiltrate and disrupt your social dynamics.
Definitely infiltrate.
Look at that. Aren't they all just such beauties?
They look pretty AI.
The AI is literally making some of them look better than they actually do.
Probably.
Jesus Christ, there's no end to them. They're every fucking They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're like ants.
You can't get away from them. Oh, guess what? The T1 phone, the Trump phone, has arrived apparently. And I'm not kidding. I guess they bowed to pressure about, stealing like $60 million from all the people that put $100 deposit down on their Trump phone and never got it.
Who's it intended for? Anybody that wants to buy it or what?
Yeah. There was all these people had this fucking Trump gold phone that you could order. It's $500 and you had to put down $100 deposit to secure yours and all that. Yeah, this is crazy.
Introducing the new T1 phone from Trump Mobile, a powerful device designed for performance, reliability, and real American value. Built with premium materials and a sleek modern design, the T1 delivers the speed and responsiveness you expect from a flagship smartphone without the flagship price. Engineered to keep up with your day, the T1 delivers dependable performance whether you're streaming, navigating, working, or staying connected with family and friends, giving you the confidence of a phone that's ready whenever you need it. The brilliant display makes streaming, browsing, and staying connected feel smooth and effortless. Unlike many modern flagship devices, the T1 includes a 3.5mm headphone jack, allowing users to utilize their existing audio equipment. Capture sharp photos, clear video, and the moments that matter most with a camera system designed for everyday life. Right out of the box, the T1 phone includes a charging cable, charging block, and a clear protective case, giving you a few useful essentials right from the start.
So the same as any other phone. Just gold. No bugging equipment included. You're muted, Sav.
I think they bowed to pressure.
Comes with Palantir installed.
I do. I really do. I think because there's been a lot of people that come up and had that. We showed that video the other night. Said, where the fuck is my phone? He says, ain't nobody, you keep telling us it's going to be next month and shit. And we never see anything of it. And they're supposed to have them by now. But they put a clause in there that said that people were buying a concept of the phone.
Mm.
And that might not actually exist and shit. But this is already after people had already put their money down, and then they add that to it. You can't do that. You can't do that. Those people put a deposit down on an existing agreement. You can't just go change the agreement after they put the money down without giving them the opportunity to refund their money. That's basic fucking contract, man.
Android, huh?
Remember what we was talking about, the stormtroopers, how they can't never hit nothing?
Yeah.
What if they got eye surgery?
Let me see LASIK.
Wow, I can see. Look out, rebels, here we come. Bullseye! Ah, look out, Sand Boy. Get him, got him on the run. I got him. There's one. Breakfast done. Really? Man, I said stun. I thought you said gun. I can't wait to tell boss we got Luke and Leia. There's the old man. Take him out.
Scallywags. So uncivilized.
Hey, bro, check this out. 360 no scope. Woo!
So true.
Right? That thing when Obi-Wan says, no, these blast marks are too accurate for sand people. Only rebels, only stormtroopers have these accurate blast sights. And it's like, really? Have you ever seen them shoot? They just hit everything but the fucking target. Oh, look, oy vey. It's Roger. What up, my goyim?
Bad motor finger.
Yep. That used to be, did you ever play called, I forget what it was called. It was with these motorcycles. And you tried to kick these other motherfuckers you were racing off of their bike and shit. And they had all the music from that album was the music.
What are you talking about? A game or what are you talking about?
Video game. Video game. Play on the computer.
Road Rash.
Oh.
Yeah, Road Rash. That was it.
Yeah, I do remember Road Rash.
I kept wanting to say Road Rage.
Leadwise.
What's up, Leadwise? He's muted.
He must be muted.
Fucking rookie. Damn.
Pizza's here.
Pizza's here. I have to turn the notifications off on this fucking thing. There. At least as long as I'm on the show tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that.
Oh, here you go. Here's a good one. These are all choice selected for our viewing pleasure tonight. And hopefully we see Soundgoyam. There you go. Day Trooper says that it's Soundgoyam, not Soundgarden. Anyway, hope North is enjoying if he's watching. There's Lowry. Look at Lowry's out there thinking he's some kind of thinking he's some kind of badass or whatever. Watch, we could get Andrew up here real easy. It's not hard. All I gotta do is it's like the bat signal. It's like the bat signal.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
There. The bat signal has been activated. Let's see what happens.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yep, that's what'll happen. We'll see.
This is a strain of hatred that's gone on for 2,000 years. Jews against everyone else. Jews have words for anyone who is not a Jew. Derogatory terms, meaning everyone else but us. So they want to harm as many goys as they possibly can. And look at their Talmud. Their Talmud says, kill them all. It's your religious duty to steal from them, to bring harm to them. Martin Luther, the man who created the Protestant Reformation, back in 1543, wrote a book called The Jews and Their Lies. In this book, he outlined, don't go to Jewish doctors. Jewish doctors are here to poison us, Germans. This is what he was saying in 1543. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies. What did Martin Luther know about these Jews back in 1543 that people seem to have forgotten now because the media is owned by Jews?
I want to ask you also about a very important issue of vaccine hesitancy. Folks who get most of their vaccines normally might be hesitant about these vaccines because they were developed so quickly. What do you tell those folks who might be saying, well, I'm going to wait a few months before I get this one?
I will tell them I wish that the situation was not so critical.
You have not yet had your shot. When do you plan to get it?
Sooner I can, I will.
The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies. Back to the show. Here's a message for all FBI, CIA investigators, or any district attorney or investigator or prosecutor. If you have one molecule of self-respect in your body, and if you have a normal survival instinct, and you care about the future of your children, and form teams of investigators to go after this son of a bitch and nail this motherfucker. Nail him! You know what to do. Never forget what these Jews did to us and get them. Get them. Get them. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. Get them. Get them. The Jews and their lives. But every single other generation, all other people, all other nations, every other population knew full well the threat that Jews posed to their people, to the world. Everyone knew throughout history. That's why they were hated so much. This is why they were kicked out of every single nation. It's not anti-Semitism. Palestinians are good people, so none of this stuff is anti-Semitic because Palestinians are the real Semitic people. It's a Jewish problem that we're having. Palestinians don't have Talmud that says rape the children and steal everything you can from Goyim. Palestinians don't have that. So we like Palestinians. It's a Jewish problem we have. And unless you describe Albert Bourla as a piece of Jewish shit, as a Jewish threat, as the Jewish CEO who's poisoning us all, then you're not going to understand this story. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies. The story is incomplete unless you use the word Jew. This is why they were kicked out of every single nation. Never forget what these Jews did to us, and get them. Get them, get them. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies, and their lies, and their lies. The Jews and their lies.
Congratulations, you've all been subliminally programmed to be antiseptic.
How's disturbing?
It was. It was. Especially this picture at the end. Anybody know who that is?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
That is Tsar Nicholas of Russia, his wife Alexandra, and his daughters, and the young boy is Nicky, and he was the heir to the throne to be the Tsar of Russia. The communist Bolsheviks grabbed them up, put them in a basement, and then massacred them in the basement.
The Jews and their lies.
Yes. This one over here on the right, I believe, is Anastasia. And there was a rumor going around that that the soldiers spared her, that she lived, and they spared her, and she went off and grew up under a different name or something. There was a woman going around claiming to be Anastasia Romanov.
Was that connected to Rasputin?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Interesting. You look into what was actually going on there and what with Rasputin. He was very dangerous. He was a weird guy too, man. They poisoned him, tried to get rid of him, and it didn't work. He got shot and it didn't kill him. I mean, this motherfucker was like, I think he was demonically influenced myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting story to read about.
They were taken over. They were taken over by the Russians, the Khazarians.
Yes.
Yeah. So that they went in there and took them out.
Didn't Disney do like a film about like Anastasia, or it was?
Yeah.
That just goes to figure, right?
Yeah, Anastasia Romanov. Now the interesting thing is let me see if I can get this straight. The guy
keep saying stuff and then people put it in chat.
That guy, Tsar Nicholas, and Prince Albert, who was Victoria's consort, and Kaiser Wilhelm were all cousins. And Alexandra Romanov was, and I'm trying to think, I think the granddaughter or niece or something of Victoria. In other words, she came from the British royals at the time. And that was kind of like, those marriages were kind of like a treaty. But in this case, here you got Kaiser Wilhelm. In fact, Kaiser Wilhelm and Tsar Nicholas look so much alike that people would often get them confused with one another. It's just a bunch of pissing contests between rich people. It's all that fucking World War I shit was. At our expense.
Hey, Cubus, could you elaborate on what you meant by that? Seems I've never saw you here before.
Who are we talking about?
Cubist cosmonaut.
Cubist cosmonaut.
Cubist,
Inbred
Cubist.
fox. Inbred fox. You can click that link that's pinned in the chat and come up anytime you'd like there, Cubist.
I know what you said, but who are you talking about is what I said elaborate.
Yeah, I
Who
know
are you
he's talking about. I know he's talking about these royals.
Oh, okay.
Talking about, listen, they are to the point that there's known birth defects amongst some of these people, including King George, that we supposedly revolted against. There's what are those people? The House of Hanover. Oh shit, help me out there, D-man. What's that fucking?
I say it's over. That's out of my pay grade.
Yeah, anyway, they got like this huge jaw. They'd have this huge jaw. The one motherfucker had that so bad that he drooled all the time and shit, and he couldn't speak hardly. And then, you know, Queen Elizabeth had 2 sisters. Did you know that?
Habsburg.
Yeah. The Habsburg jaw. Yeah, the Habsburg jaw. That's right. D.L. Hill for the win on that one, I think.
No, I did not know that Queen Elizabeth had sisters.
Yeah, they were,
or maybe I'd heard it, but
they were severely mentally retarded, and they spent their entire life in institutions. Even though they were princesses and they were in institutions in England, nobody even knew really that they existed or cared. And even when they died, there was no pomp or circumstance. They weren't buried along the other royals. They just had like a funeral with the only people in attendance were people at the hospital, you know, where they lived. That's pretty fucked up, you know. It's just, oh, this one's fucked up. We'll send that one off someplace. And here's another. You know, it makes you wonder, maybe back in the day, they used to just fucking kill them. Oh, that one's retarded. Well, I'll just kill it. Make another one, you know. These people are evil. They'll do whatever. They're reptilian. So here's some shit here too about the Israeli soldiers exposed directives to execute all men in Gaza. See, these people, they're accused of war crimes to the UN Security Council all the time with all the evidence, and nothing fucking happens.
Israeli soldiers exposed directives to exterminate all men in Gaza. That's up at alexjoneslive.com with all the links to the TV stations and newspapers with the documents in Hebrew. You can go there, see our article. When we tell you something, we put links to all of it. Israeli soldiers say orders were to kill any man encountered in Gaza. That's why they would call them all in to get the food and mow them down. I've talked to guys that were pro-Israel, war heroes, Iraq, Afghanistan, that worked there for the aid agencies, and they said, my views totally changed. They would just shoot men, women, and children.
Is it your belief?
That's about some bullshit, isn't it? Tell me that's not a war crime?
Remember when InfoWars was done?
Yeah, he's going to do his own thing. Now
it's exactly the same.
That's what I said. That's what I said. It was just, you know, he's not going anywhere. You know, and he played it off like, oh, it's the end of this. All you did was rebrand.
Even the Chiron, everything, the logo, it's all the same. Just different. Just says Alex Jones instead.
And I like the way, though, that he says he does that. He'll say, well, and here's the proof. It's right here in this article that we wrote. And it's like, you can click these links and they'll take you to the documents in Hebrew. What the fuck good is that going to do me? What the fuck is that going to... I don't have like a pocket Jew that comes out and reads that shit for me, you know?
Pocket Jew.
Well, for real, man. I mean, whatever. You know?
Yeah.
God. It's nuts, man.
Mr. Prime Minister, that nothing that Israel has done, tactically or strategically, has made no mistakes either in Gaza or the West Bank that have, in their own way, contributed to this negative impression of Israel, whether it's on social media or someplace else.
No, of course. Look, it's war. And in war, armies sometimes miss. and civilians die. And these are mistakes. These are not deliberate things that happen. Israel is besieged on the media front, on the propaganda front, and we've not done well on the propaganda war.
All right. This just out. It's all over Israeli TV, newspapers confirmed. The documents have been released. Overhead shot. Israeli soldiers expose directives to exterminate all men in Gaza. That's up at alexjoneslive.com.
We're not going to go there.
With
Alex.
all the links to the TV stations and newspapers.
He just said that. He's just repeating himself. But anyway, that's kind of some fucked up orders. So what's going to be done about that? What do you think will be done about that?
I guess nothing.
Hey, you're absolutely right. 100%. Damn. You must be psychic, man.
I am.
You must be psychic. This guy can predict some shit, man, for real. So, yeah, this is kind of interesting. All this shit about the data centers and everything else like that.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have like a false flag on one of the older data centers and shit so that they can put them in as like national security. You know what I'm saying? Have them under that type of infrastructure.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've been muted this whole time, and I didn't.
We told you that.
I couldn't figure it out. I thought you guys were hearing me. Sorry about that.
No, we told you you're muted.
I thought you were talking to Vara.
No, I was talking to you. He said, Roger, you're muted.
Okay, sorry, I didn't catch that part. Yeah, I said a whole bunch of things about a pocket Jew, a couple other things I thought were like right on point, and I get no response. I'm like, what the heck?
We didn't want to talk to you in there.
God damn
it.
My voice is gone for the day. I worked 14 and a half hours today, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm like the sun beat me down today. I'm having a hard time.
Listen, I'm understanding cranky old men. I really am really understanding where the cranky comes from. I'm about fucking sick and tired of this fucking hip, man. It really is getting on my nerves, man.
Ice it, man. I'm telling you, put some ice on that sucker.
Doing everything I can to it. It's just nothing, you know. I mean, it's time.
Can't get comfortable, huh?
Like, yeah, to where I can actually walk on the fucking thing, you know. I mean, I'm getting around with the cane, but take that away from me, I'm all done. And Lord help me if I stumble. Oh Lord help if I stumble, because I go and try to catch myself with that fucking leg. Oh
man, that's worse, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna try a thing here later. I forgot I got this thing you can. It's like it looks like a seat back to a Datsun, kind of, and you plug it in, and it's got all these little fucking rollers, like these roller ball things down inside of it.
Yeah.
And it pulses and does this like massage thing, and I forgot we had that. I'm going to plug that thing in after the show tonight before I go to bed, see if that does any help. Kind of concentrated on my hip. I think
I
that
wasn't exactly muted either. It defaulted my microphone to a different microphone, which doesn't work. I didn't know.
See.
Yeah, that's
you always got to check those connections.
Do you unintentionally sleep on that side, or do you sleep on your side at all? I should say.
I sleep on both sides.
Okay.
I do. I wake up and I'm like, I wake up and I'll go, you know, just roll over and shit, and I kind of like look around, and then I like back out to sleep, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I move around quite a bit when I'm sleeping.
So Lisa's got something for you, she says. So.
What did she say?
Got a ghost pipe and some pain saw.
I still have some of that ghost pipe that you gave me, Lisa.
What is ghost pipe?
Salve. I don't have pain salve.
That's how you get the hantavirus.
But I got some ghost pipe. Yeah, that's how you get the hantavirus. The hanta. You know that the hanta means bullshit or counterfeit, you know, fake in Hebrew.
I didn't, but it makes sense.
My new pocket Jew from Ronco told me that. It's handy. How much would you pay? How many times have you been caught in a discussion where you have to translate Hebrew? Well, no more, because the new Ronco pocket Jew, available in 6 different styles.
Order now and you get a butt plug.
Yeah, right. Order now and get a free Rabbi Shmuley butt plug.
Is it autographed?
It is autographed. Well, kind of.
Can be.
If you consider that an autograph, it's been used. Let's put it that way. Personally used by Rabbi Shmuley.
Well, it doesn't rub off.
Yeah.
Shared with his daughter, and then shipped conveniently and discreetly to you.
I saw him
a
and
big
him and his
fucking box,
wife.
big bright box that says butt plug on it.
I saw Rabbi Smiley and his wife downtown in Lower Manhattan, and some guy came up to him. You know who this is? This is Smuley, Rabbi Smuley, and he started.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the anti-Semite. He attacked me.
Oh no, victim. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's just there he is literally rage bait personified. Okay. And you notice he's just like how that North guy is. He never shuts the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that I don't know. I got the vibe that guy's a pastor of some sort.
Who?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that confronted him on the video.
North.
Oh, North. He ain't no pastor.
I don't know. I kind of got the vibe that he is. He's one of them Judeo-Christian pastors, if you know what I'm saying.
Charismatic.
Well,
maybe.
I did notice that he didn't cuss or anything. That was probably by design. That doesn't make him a pastor by any means, but I just
no.
just the way he talked in certain ways gave me that vibe.
He's teaching false doctrine. So,
which one of them isn't?
I mean, when you're pushing that fucking bullshit here, cuddle up with Satan's kids, and support everything that they do evil, or else, I'll get angry. That's what you really think, that if you don't support their evil fucking shit or stop them from doing their evil shit, that God's going to be angry with you?
Mm-hmm.
That makes absolutely zero sense. Come on, Christians, what would Jesus do? Would he say, hell yeah, go on in there and kill those fucking sand people? No, he wouldn't, man. Come on. That's all you got to do is just run it by the litmus test one time.
Well, no. Christ told us to go preach the gospel to those people. He didn't say go in there, let's genocide them.
Well, yeah, they're trying to preach the gospel. What's happening, Hobie? They're trying to preach the gospel in the same way that we deliver freedom to the other nations in the form of bombs. Look at all the fucking tons of freedom we're dropping on these people. See, we're helping them. Inside every one of these fucking Iranians is an American screaming to get out. Shut the fuck up.
Space their strength.
That's ridiculous. And you don't get to go hit somebody because you think they might do something. That just ain't. You can't do that on the street. You can't do it. You can't do it on the micro. You can't do it on the macro. If it's wrong on the micro, it's wrong on the macro.
If that were the case, I would be hitting everybody that I'll walk past, because eventually somebody will have that idea and follow through with it.
Yeah, I mean, and there again, that's one of my biggest proofs that nuclear bombs don't really exist. Because if they did, somebody, Israel, would have used one by now.
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking too, like, why hasn't, we know how nutty these people are, man. They're kooky, they're bonkers. Like, how has it not happened?
Well, yeah, and they've already, because they have them but won't disclose them, supposedly. And they're basically say that, well, if our existence is threatened, then we're just going to fucking nuke everybody.
Yeah, the Samson option thing.
Samson option. And it's like, well, no, that's terrorism. You people are terrorists, you see. And then you want to go along and use that, like, to scare everybody into allowing you to commit acts of violence against your neighbors. Well, I think Iran's called their fucking bluff on that shit. And they've called our bluff on it too, because remember early on it was like, oh, Trump's sending the nuclear codes to the EA6s and shit. Okay. Iran didn't blink. Nobody blinked. And I've told this before. Like, I can remember back in the 80s, there was this kid. They were really pushing nuclear scare shit, right? And there was this kid, for his high school science project, he had created a fully functional atomic bomb. A fully functional nuclear device that the only thing missing was the nuclear material. That's the only component that was missing. And the thing was, well, God, if a high school kid can do that, think about this, that, and the other, it's like, okay. So all these years later, you mean to tell me, and the Iranians seem to be quite sophisticated, right? And these people really in the Middle East, for the most part, they are quite sophisticated. They're using computers, they use cell phones and advanced products and things, you know. So you mean to tell me that nobody, even though they deathly hate America, nobody has got some of that yellow cake uranium that's for sale in the black market in Libya
And made a bomb?
and made a little fucking nuclear bomb, a small one, even a dirty bomb? There's nobody has done this. Nobody has bothered to do it.
That's
Yeah,
kind of why I sometimes I have this theory that that's why all our Western politicians are all selling it and cowards and traitors, because if they don't go along with the plan, so they got pocket nukes all over the place buried somewhere, and if they don't, if we don't get all the jeeps from Canada.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, there's no such thing as nukes. They've got big bombs. Let's face, you know, there are big bombs. The fuel air bomb, the mother of all bombs, the Moab, is quite a devastating thing. The huge bunker busters that they use are pretty big too. But the reality is, there's no such thing as a nuclear bomb or anything of the sort. It's ridiculous. And to think that there is, I mean, you know, and then it leaves devastation and nobody can live in that area and nuclear fallout and blah, 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 blah. You know, the shops were open the next day in fucking Hiroshima. It's because there wasn't really a nuclear bomb there. It was a goddamn fire bombed, man. They set off another big explosion on a city that was already fucking devastated and flattened.
You remember their proof, right?
To it. You know, the information coming out of that place was as tightly controlled as what we're getting right now out of Iran.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me that you've only got 16 people or 12 people or some shit like that that's been killed in all this. Get the fuck up out of here. And where's the pilots? Where's the pilots that they rescued? How come the pilots that they rescued should be on the talk show circuits, shouldn't they? They should be all over the place and given a hero's welcome. And oh my God, look at you with a fucking broke leg. You traveled 110 fucking miles to your rendezvous point through mountains somehow with the Iranian army looking for you. What?
Yeah. Wouldn't that get support for like the morale of the troops if they would do something like that? You know, look,
you'd think, you know, but they forget about it. They just drop it and go on to the next thing. It's just like a TV show. They don't even follow up on it. You know, they leave it up to your imagination. But common thinking, you're like, wait a second, man, that's quite a feat. That guy went a considerable distance in 24 hours. That would be hard enough on flat ground without anything wrong with you. Because you got to figure, where's this guy stopping and getting water? What the fuck is going on? This guy went over mountains and shit with a broke leg and met with the rendezvous point. Why didn't you just go in there and get him? The fuck? See, that's because that was all a big goddamn
Never
lie.
happened.
Every
Never
bit of it.
happened.
That was something else that happened, and a bunch of people got fucking whacked. A lot of people got whacked. There was a lot of Americans got fucking killed and wounded in that operation, whatever it may have been. I don't know how they're going to get nuclear dust out. What, are they going to go out there and sift it or some shit? Or what? What are we talking about here? This is amazing, the level of nonsensical bullshit that people will listen to.
Right. What better defense for Iran is like, you can't have a nuke, so we're going to nuke you. So shouldn't they have a nuke too then to defend themselves from being nuked?
Well, I guarantee you they wouldn't have been attacked if they did have a supposed nuke, right?
Yeah. Well, in the early 2000s, I remember, man, back in 2006 or something. I know a guy who worked over in Iran with his son too. His son was in the military, so Canadian military had something to do with it too, man. But there's Canadian engineers and scientists. We sold them 2 CANDU reactors, nuclear reactors, in the early 2000s, and we helped them build them. And then Trump's over there bombing the shit out of them. So,
Supposedly that's the reason why Pakistan and North Korea aren't being attacked, but you know, whatever.
Sure. Right. It's there again. That's what the plot of the movie is anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that these fucking countries aren't all in cahoots with one another. I mean, there's shit like the Antarctic Treaty. That's one thing that's really sus. You know, they disagree and hate each other, but
Yeah,
they're all
but they agree
agreeing
on that.
Yeah, that's a big one. How about COVID? They were all in agreement that you had COVID and had to get the fucking shot, weren't they? Every country, no matter how much they hate each other, and no matter how big of rivals they were, everybody had the exact same fucking protocol and believed in it, right? Come on, man.
From what we're told.
This is
we don't necessarily know that that's how some of the other countries reacted, but
yeah, that's what we're told anyway. Some
Right.
I'm told have reacted much more sternly than others. And that's usually in places where people have foolishly given away their natural rights, which I don't know how you can do that other than through belief. You know, people that don't understand legalities of things, you know, that's a mandate. Okay, so what? I say no. Now it's just a fucking refused contract.
Well, in order to enforce a mandate, you have to have an army to go around and basically.
You can't enforce it. You can't enforce a mandate because all contracts are voluntary.
Yeah.
A mandate is nothing more than a strongly worded or stern request. It still requires the requestee to agree to the contract in order for it to be valid. For instance, put on a mask and you say no. It's all over now, you see, because you don't agree to that. Now, the only recourse they have at that point is the initiation of violence, which of course is unlawful because you have the right to refuse a contract. You can't be forced into a contract.
I think most people don't know that, though.
I know. That's what they rely on.
Ignorance.
Now, everybody here that's been watching this and everybody that's on this panel knows that.
knowing's half the battle.
Well, it took years and years and years for people to fight it in court, and people finally won and everything because it was unconstitutional. But all these countries are wiping their ass with their constitutions. Man.
That which is repugnant to the Constitution is null and void, baby. Null and void. So yeah, what was
Hey, Uncle Dave, check the chat. I found a video of 12 years ago, a YouTube video titled "How Close is Iran to Having a Nuclear Weapon?" I thought.
Oh Christ! Yeah, I know. I
fun
showed
to
a
watch.
montage. I showed a montage the other day.
Oh, you did? I
Of
saw that.
this fucking guy, Netanyahu, talking about like ever since like the late '80s, man, talking about, oh, Iran's only a few weeks away from a nuclear bomb. Look, we have to act now and everything. I mean, the closest they got before was they thought, okay, we're getting them on board. We got them into Iraq. We're getting them into Syria and everything else like that. Okay, we're going to float the yellow cake uranium story, right? Weapons of mass destruction. This is what they're always trying to get you on board with. And you remember Colin Powell? You remember him? The motherfucker sat there in front of the Congress with a little empty bottle, little tiny empty glass bottle. And he said, if this was yellow cake uranium, it could level this entire building and so much around it and everything else like that. And everybody was like scared of this little fucking empty goddamn bottle. And so we go into Iraq. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You have no evidence of any of that at all. You're just making up shit, just like we did with Iran. It's not our choice. People have to understand, we have been infiltrated by Israel, by agents within the United States working for Israel and Israel itself. We have people in the United States that call themselves American citizens, but have a higher allegiance to Israel because they claim to be Jewish, and will do everything against America to ensure that they remain dominant over America. Now, listen, folks, this is how bad it is. You're never going to vote your way out of this. Nope. It's time to take it back. It is time to take it back.
It's going to be
Start
ugly.
that through peaceful non-compliance.
So you're fighting a lot of money, right?
Not non-participation. What if nobody
building
voted
your
at all?
bunker, right?
They're already going to put in whoever the fuck they want to anyways. They've shown us that, right? So why would they? Why does anybody think that that's going to matter if they vote? What if you don't vote? Then what happens? Nobody gave their consent for the results.
There's
Nobody.
the parallel societies are already happening. Like people are just noping out of the system and they're going off grid. You got what Orwell's doing. You got similar shit going on in South Africa, Aranya.
Well, you don't have to go off grid to not have government. We don't have to go off grid to not have government.
Yeah.
This is a big misconception. Just because the government took control of utilities and public byways and shit doesn't mean that it's necessary that government have control of those things.
Mm.
In fact, they fuck it up worse than anybody.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That's the thing. It's a mindset. You got to really think, where does this all come from? And it is an illusion of the mind. Governo mentis. It is an illusion of the mind. What gives that guy in the special suit with a badge? How does he have any power or authority over you? You believe that he does. Why do you believe that he does? Because that's how you were conditioned. But in reality, does he? No. Well, you could argue that power was given to him by the people. Listen, if I don't got the right, I can't give it to somebody else. If I don't have authority over nobody, I can't give authority to somebody else over other people. How do I give away something that I don't have? I don't have the power to kidnap people and lock them up in a basement.
Torture cuffs.
Okay, I get in trouble. They lock me up for that, right? So how does that grant them special powers, especially when the majority of them abuse those so-called special powers? They don't use them for the protection of the people. They use it to exert their authority and boss people around. That's all they want to fucking do. That's why they always got to give you goddamn directives. Let's stand over here. Come over here with me. Take your hands out of your pockets.
Yeah,
why do I got to take my hands out of my pockets? Well, officer safety. Motherfucker, I don't care about your safety. You walked up to me.
With a gun.
I didn't call you over here. You want to come over here? You deal with what's here. Fuck you. I'm
not a fan of
change my position or do some other shit because you want to come up and fucking talk to me. I'll put my hands in my pocket. I'll put my hands down my fucking pants. I don't give a motherfucker. I'll do whatever I want to. You don't have no authority over me unless you suspect me of a crime. And you better have reasonable, articulatable suspicion of it. Because other than that, you don't got shit. You're just another dude and you got a silly suit. I don't fucking care about your suit.
Well, that's a great job for a social misfit, don't you agree? Like somebody who doesn't get along with everybody. Hey,
of course.
We give you a gun, a badge, and you go push people around, dude. There you go.
Yeah, and the Homeland Security shit 20 years ago or more put out a memo that went to all law enforcement agencies telling them to focus more on the lower IQ people that don't question authority, people that just follow orders. And so consequently, anybody with any fucking brains, they exclude them in lieu of having some kind of a automaton that just follows orders blindly, whether it's moral or not. That's what
the number way to crush the system is to not pay taxes and to get rid of these 5G towers. So there's no social media that they can brainwash the rest of the people into thinking that, oh, we're going to come get you if you don't pay them taxes.
Right.
But we need to start some kind of boots on the ground organic movement that doesn't use the system to get the word out, which is the hard part. But I think if that's why, as much as I hate all these big channels, the ones with a lot of subs, if you could get these people on board to get out to all these people, like who likes to pay taxes? How come there's never a protest against paying taxes? They'll protest any goddamn thing, but they won't protest against no taxes. It's crazy.
Who'll make the roads? What about the roads? It's always about the fucking who's going to fix the roads.
But even those people that say that still don't like taxes, do they?
Nope.
Regardless.
Well, here's a real simple question you can ask people that say that are pro. Well, you need to have taxes. Say, okay. if you netted what you grossed, in other words, at the end of the week, you have all the money that you made, none taken out for taxes. How much of it would you go down and voluntarily give to the government? 9 out of 10 times, if not 10 out of 10 times, they'll say, well, none. And I say, okay, great. You don't agree with taxes either. You just said as much. If nobody forced you at the barrel of a gun to give up part of your paycheck, how much would you willingly give to the government? None.
Yes, G-Spot live protest against fake money and Federal Reserve. And Mr. Dunham, no, taxing billionaires ain't going to solve shit.
No. Percentage-wise, they don't pay as much as we would on a whole.
Right. Well, protest doesn't necessarily say protests are fake and scripted. Yeah, if you go down there and march around with signs, they don't.
Yeah, I understand that.
There's another way to protest, and that's through non-participation. The exact opposite of that.
With your wallet at your feet, right?
See? Yes, absolutely.
Like if you had 100,000 people, I know for Canada we're like 40,000. We're like 40 million. That's fuck all. The drop of the pail compared to the States. But if 100,000 people in Canada didn't pay their taxes, they'd lose their shit. They would be fucked. What are you gonna do?
Exactly. There's nothing really.
Yeah, the whole thing would collapse.
Yep. And that's what needs to happen. I'm sorry. And they said, oh, if they release all the Epstein files, the entire system would collapse. Well, then that's a system that fucking needs to collapse.
Yeah, that's just
I'm sorry. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. If your system is dependent on that kind of bullshit, then we don't need that system. I don't know what they thinking, but but no, there ain't no buts, man. Come on, quit.
But it is like psychological torture, man. It's like most of the people in the West, like Canada, United States, we're like a beaten dog. Like we're like an abused partner in a shitty fucking marriage that you can't get out of. It's just you see how many people get away with sick and twisted shit. Nothing ever happens to them, man. Not one person goes to jail ever. Like maybe once out of a.
Yeah, I don't really remember getting married, dude. I mean, I didn't marry my government.
Right.
Yeah, they always got a fall. They always got a fall guy that goes to jail, but never the culprit.
No, never the top dog. It's been and the thing is you need to make it so that these people cannot exist. And the way you do that, because they need us. You understand? And if us quits participating and quits doing for them, then they grind to a halt. People have to understand we are the source of their power. Take the power back. We are the source of it. Where do they get that source? And it's all through illusion. It's all through fucking illusion. It's in your head, man. It's in your head. If you truly believe that there's another people or group of people that are cut from a finer cloth than you are, then you deserve that bullshit.
Yes,
but there is no man cut from a finer cloth than anyone else, and you do with it what you can. That's the game. That's what we do here. There's nobody really in charge. People are in charge because you believe they're in charge. You let them be in charge.
You remember back in the 80s, song, there was a bumper sticker going around that said, take the us out of USA.
Take the UA?
No, the us out of USA.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't.
I hate that. I hate that when like people that'll do that. And they say, but we went to the moon. And I said, you went to the fucking moon? Well, no. And I said, well, who's this fucking we you're talking about, man?
Yeah, turd in your pocket.
Right? Or they'll go, I'm so proud to be white. And I'll say, well, why? You didn't have anything to do with it. And they'll say, well, because look at some of the accomplishments of white people. I said, well, those people that accomplished that may have been white, but that it wasn't you. How do you get to claim fucking credit for somebody else's shit just because you happen to be in the same race? That's kind of dumb. They can't get that idea. I try to tell them, say, look, man, you could have been born anybody. And here's the real kicker on that. You were. Taking pride for something, credit for something you didn't do. How is that an accomplishment that you're a white guy or that you're a black guy? How is that an accomplishment to be proud of?
We're standing on the shoulders of giants, man, and
Right.
don't appreciate what we have. A lot of people, right?
Well, you know what I found out though? These giants that they have standing on each other's shoulders. There's a great many of them within the foundation that are nothing more than fucking clown jesters. And they start fucking juggling and losing the fucking whole pyramid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're finding out that these people that they stand on the shoulders of were full of fucking shit.
Yeah, I mean, it boils down to this: that they raise you on TV, and vicariously you live through other people. So it's like an attitude people have. Like if you're always admiring people, you're not admiring yourself or your own accomplishment.
Taking into account that the real miracle is look at you. Regardless of what color you are a sentient fucking being. You are a soul with a body. You have an avatar. It'd be like, oh, I hate all people that have red Ford trucks. What? You're going to judge the driver because of the kind of car he's in? That's kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah, auto insurance industry does.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This isn't you. This fucking meat suit is not you. It's your meat suit that you get to use while you're here. You have to have this meat suit to operate in this 3D bullshit.
Really, what it comes down is it's the compromised against the uncompromised. You can only get to where these people get by being compromised. That's and like you said, they're nothing more than a court jester. They're stupid because they're just compromised. How did they get compromised? Because they're stupid people.
Right. Easy to control too.
Right.
Yes. Easy to control. Easy to get them to get into a situation to be compromised. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
And that's it takes one to be one, so they know that there's other people out there like them. So that's who they target.
Right.
Those stupid people.
Okay. I wonder how Trump's little visit with the Chinese is going. I think he had ideas, and I think that they're not going to come to fruition. He's going to be not happy. I don't think he's going to be happy when he comes back with China. He was kissing up pretty hard, though. He was kissing up pretty hard, and you could tell who was the fucking power standing there when they were together on the stage. Let me see if I can find that.
Maybe he gave General Tsao a Purple Heart.
He might have.
What's going to happen, right? He's going to say that it was the greatest meeting ever. It went splendidly. Everything worked out perfectly. We got everything we wanted.
This guy looked. His whole demeanor to me looked like it looked like the office suck up when the owner of the company comes in.
Yeah.
There's no sound of the clip, but which is fine because you want to pay attention to the overall body language. God damn, is that far down? Shit. Oh yeah, I've been all over on this fucking tower here today.
He probably made promises to China that he's not going to keep.
Oh, do you think that anyone at this point in time in the world, especially on the world stage, and I'm not talking about your local Trump-tardian, I'm talking about leaders and governments and things like that they trust a fucking thing that comes out of this administration?
No, I don't.
I don't believe they do. Not one fucking little bit.
I know there's a whole lot more skeptical people, regardless.
You think the Chinese president pulled a chair out for Trump when he got there?
Oh,
shit, no. Shit, no. Damn it.
No, that don't happen in other countries.
Okay, now maybe I didn't save it. Hold on a second. I can find it real quick.
Got him a booster. Got him a booster seat though.
There was when we were talking about the COVID stuff. There was just a 6-year anniversary of Stephanie Werner's death. She died in the hospital. It was the 2 security guards and 2 nurses were. She wouldn't wear a mask, so they fucking roughed her up and injected her or something, man, and she died. You could see the camera footage of it and everything. It was just they panned the camera away, and then they panned it back, and then she was dead. Right?
Who is this?
This was Stephanie Warner. I think it was in Scarborough, in Toronto. 6 years ago during the scamdemic. That was just one of the things that just pissed me off, man. It still pisses me off. They got charged, but they all got acquitted. But yeah,
yep. I'm looking for the right right one here. This is it, maybe.
I tell you, my heart's better now that I actually saw BB alive still and talking on a TV show.
At least that's what you thought you saw.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Where was I? He was so visibly the whole thing. He was just like he was totally sucking up to this guy. I'm trying to find the right one.
The she?
Yeah. I mean, you could tell. I mean, when he arrived, anyway, he was greeted by the U.S. ambassador to China.
Nice.
Is that just his pronoun, or is that his real name?
That's his real name. That's why I'm saying it's probably driving fucking Trump crazy.
Oh god.
You got to look at who he took. He didn't take any experts in Sino-American relations or anything else like that. He goes over there with Eric and Tiffany and
a bunch of business people.
And a bunch of business people and shit. He's not going over there he's trying to drum up business, and I don't think China's much for it. You know what I'm saying?
China's pretty self-sufficient. They don't need anybody else really.
They're just there to sell us out to China, is all. Not that it hasn't already been done, but
I don't know where I lost a little red thing.
You lost the red thing.
Huh?
Sorry.
Rhonda just doesn't understand when I'm open.
It's WD-40.
Yeah, she's missing my WD-40.
Oh, the little red straw.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Listen. The new cans. You got to get the new cans. They got it when all you have to do is fold out the red straw.
Don't be lazy.
The valve.
Don't be lazy.
Did you know WD-40 comes in pens too now?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I got a better thing here.
Stay old school. If you get lazy, they'll just keep giving you more lazy shit. What's that, PB Blaster?
Yep, that's the good
stuff. PB Blaster. Did you know that WD-40 was actually a military product?
Yeah.
And it was used to wipe down and put like a coat of like a coat of oil on the outside of nuclear missiles and shit to keep them from corroding.
Gotta remember that.
That cool. How'd you like
Good
that?
Thing they didn't have to use it.
Yeah.
How'd you like to have that be in one of them fucking silos, climbing up there and
spraying it
wiping down?
Yeah.
Get up there and say, Cubby, Private Cubby, get up there and wipe down that fucking missile right now.
That's got to be the most boring job ever, sitting in that silo, huh?
Oh, I would imagine. I don't even know what this is.
I'm waiting on the button.
Oh yeah, this is him when he got there. Check this out. Come on, take it 2 at a time, Donnie. You can do it. Oh, there is a band. I hear it.
Are they playing Hell to the Chief?
That's the U.S. ambassador to China. That's nobody bothered to come see his ass, man. Listen, that's gonna chafe his ass hard.
Who is the U.S. ambassador to China?
I don't know what his name is.
He used to be the governor of Iowa, but I don't know if that's still who it is. The ex-governor, I should say.
So
Terry Branstad or something like that. I want to say
David Perdue. He was greeted by
makes chicken.
U.S.
Huh?
Ambassador to China, David Perdue, Xi's Vice President, Han Xing, China's Ambassador to Washington, Xi Feng, and Executive Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ma Zhao.
Was that Swallow's ex-girlfriend?
I was wondering if that's like Fang Fang. He's in her old Fang Fang.
I got good news. Rhonda found the straw.
Oh,
Good. Those things are
don't huff it.
I wasn't planning on it, but now you give me an idea, Cubby. I might try.
No,
You know what? It's good for you. It builds strong bones and teeth.
It
I heard.
smells good.
Oh, stop.
Keeps you lubed up.
You want to ingest
boy,
as
I
much
need
of
it.
that
Not
as
to do
possible.
anything you say.
No, I won't.
A little glimpse into the
Make you shit like a goose.
Yeah.
So check out this fucking grift. Tell me how you like it.
From the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. They're trying to use my own religion as leverage against me. I will bless those who bless Israel. From the book of Genesis 12:3. Israel did not yet exist in the book of Genesis. That's why Israel's written in brackets, because the real quote is, I will bless those who bless you. They're misquoting the Bible to try to get money. That's some shady stuff. And why do they say they need all this money from us? It says that your donations help feed survivors from World War II. And that was almost 80 years ago. How many are still possibly alive? Time magazine said in 2016, there's 100,000 still alive. But that was in 2016. Now in 2024, with the war raging on, there's even more survivors, 245,000. That's more than double. And next year, if the war is still on, that might double even more. So I guess they really do need that money. Man, they're always trying to trick us. From the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, they're trying to...
Yeah, we got to keep those 116-year-olds alive.
I know, right? Come on, man. Oh, this is pretty good. This guy, these are little clips of this guy talking to this guy. And he's talking about there weren't no Jews gassed.
Rhonda heard D-Man. She wants
Hi,
to say,
D-Man.
wants to say hi.
Hey, Rhonda.
You got a fan, D-Man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm his biggest fan.
You're his biggest fan? You have a fan club? Have you started that yet?
That's on the way. Heron's making it. I had to outsource it to Canada.
Oh, Lord.
There wasn't a
Where do you have to stop by? Is it on the way to Missouri?
Because of the tariffs. They have a fan club tariff.
Yeah, I'm bypassing it.
What?
You said bypassing.
I'm bypassing. I'm not going through.
Your heart's just fine.
Everything's good.
There wasn't a single Jew that was gassed through World War II. There wasn't this crazy.
There wasn't a single Jew that was gassed in World War II.
Yeah. Provide me one piece of evidence that ever happened.
I mean, I'll look it up for a second if I can find a specific one you're talking about, if you'd like.
Okay, go ahead, do the Google search.
All right. Well, first of all, the first thing is that it was the primary way of Nazi Germany to carry out systematic mass murder of the Jews in the Holocaust.
What, the gas?
The gas chambers. That's the first of that. What did you say? Sorry.
No, continue. I was just wondering if that was from gas. So the number one way the Jews died was from gas.
The use of gas chambers was the primary method. That's what it says, yes. The gas vents, the stationary gas chambers, these were large primitive rooms designed to... So wait 1 second. So
would you say any Jews died from typhus during World War II?
From gas chambers, yes.
Typhus isn't from gas. Zyklon B, the gas they would have supposedly used, is what they would have. It's a pesticide to kill off the spread of the typhus.
Well, whatever.
That's why all the Jews in the concentration camps, even though they were holding camps, they had their head shaved. They were trying to stop the spread of the typhus.
So then why did they lock people up in gas chambers?
There was no gas chamber.
I think that's interesting too, because that's that was a rather young guy, right? He's a rather young guy. The guy that's going, oh yeah, well, let me look this up. And he types into his thing. You see how programmed people are to think that just because you use a supposed authoritative source does not mean you're getting the truth. It's just like saying, but teacher said. You got to look at the logic involved. You got to look at the logistics of such an operation. And there's a lot more that these people, they just believe this nonsense of impossible proportions. They always take it so fucking far that it's preposterous to even believe. You mean to tell me they had gas chambers with wooden fucking doors? Wooden fucking doors on a gas chamber, y'all.
Unsealed.
No ventilation system. The door opens inward. Why is that a problem? Well, if you're gassing a bunch of motherfuckers, they're going to try to be getting out of there and probably piling up over there by the wood door, trying to break it down. And they die right there in front of the door. Now you got to figure out how the fuck you're going to get that door open. You got to move all them bodies out of the way before you can open it because it opens inward. Come on, man. I lived in Germany when I was stationed over there, and let me tell you something, man. Those people are anything but inefficient. They are efficient in everything they do. They would never have constructed such a stupid thing. You could never have such. It's just a dumb story that they make up. And you know, ground penetrating radars never found any mass graves of these people at any of these fucking camps or anything. Cadaver dogs, and I know cadaver dogs can find shit. There was, if you're familiar with or have ever heard of a ghost town in California that's called Bodie.
Never heard of it.
Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, Bodie. There was a graveyard there, but due to some shifts in the land and shit, the tombstones all got like washed away down the hill, and the actual grave sites couldn't be identified any longer. And so now how they got the stones back to where they were at? It's supposed to be.
I'm guessing
cadaver dogs. Yeah, cadaver dogs. People have been dead over a fucking 100 years, man. And these cadaver dogs could find their fucking remains.
Oh, shit.
So, ground penetrating radar, cadaver dogs, nobody's ever seen any evidence of a mass murder, mass graves, any of the Holocaust bullshit.
They used 6 million so many times before that, too, for lots of other things. Just up until. Yeah.
All the time with the 6 million. All the time.
They did during World War I too, didn't they?
Does anybody know if those ovens are still operational? Like, so we could, like, I don't know, do like a little field experiment or something and make sure it
fire.
We could reproduce one, I guess, and maybe try it that way, but you got to secure a cadaver to do. I've already looked into it, how long it takes, and I think it was with a coal-fired furnace, it came to be about 3.5 to 4 hours for one body, and to reduce it completely down. Now then you still have certain bones that are not going to be turned to ash, like primarily parts of the femur, the hip joint, I think the jaw, and these have to be pulverized. You have to put those through a pulverizer. And they do that before you get your loved one back in a box when you have a cremation done. So based on, I remember figuring it up and the amount of ovens that they had, and I figured that they would just be finishing up right now.
Well, maybe they are. They just don't know about it,
Hear that, or there's even more disgusting shit going on with the big rib than we thought previously.
Yeah. Well, why shut them down when we can just now get started again?
So I'm gonna pop
For
out.
entertainment purposes.
I got to go to the store. Yeah, Rhonda's taking a road trip, and I got to go to the grocery store pick up stuff while she's gone. So.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna take off too. I got to work in the morning, so I got to crash. I got to be up really early. So
All right,
I
guys.
will see you guys. I'll be listening, so I'll be in the
Sure.
chat lurking.
I'll be listening to it. All right, man.
All right, man.
Good to see everybody. Good to see
Thanks
everybody.
Thanks
in
for
the
coming
chat.
up, guys.
Cheers. Fire.
I'm modern day Israel. Of course we treat everybody like they're expendable. This world was promised to us 3,000 years ago. I'm modern day Israel. Of course we would rather use US troops instead of our own troops. It's honestly better if they died. We died enough in the Holocaust. I'm modern day Israel. Of course we gaslight the world into thinking that we're victims in this whole war. We control the media. I'm modern day Israel. Of course we killed Michael Jackson. He was the most famous person on the planet and he did not like how we were treating the Palestinians. Times were different back then. We did not have full control of the US yet. I'm modern day Israel. Of course we funded Hamas. We wanted a religious war and we needed our biggest ally, America, to know that they were a credible threat. I'm modern day Israel. Of course we commit mass genocide daily. The only lives that matter are Zionist lives. I'm modern day Israel. One of our biggest investments is our politicians, especially the American ones. I'm modern day Israel. Of course we welcome the hate. Once the world turns against us, our Messiah will show himself. I'm modern day Israel. Of course we have our hand up the US president's ass. We work that boy like a puppet. I'm modern day Israel. Of course we hate Jesus and Christianity. If we followed those rules, we wouldn't be able to do half the crazy shit that we do. I'm modern day Israel. Of course we kill journalists. They're trying to tell the real story. We can't have that getting out. Bombs away.
I'm still waiting for somebody to try to explain to me how the fucking Jew can be a race. If those people are actually from that land, how would you differentiate one of the who's a Jew and who's Islam, who's the Palestinian, who's the Jew? How would you know?
They say they're not a race when it's convenient, and they say they are a race when it's convenient.
Right.
They're not, apparently. Like Islam's not a race either, right?
No, it's not. Christian's
ideology.
not a race. Buddhist is not a race. It's fucking stupid. Oh, this guy is
An amazing race.
Yeah, liven it up a little bit. Here's some funny shit.
Are you the manager here?
Yeah.
May I please have your name?
No.
Can you spell it for me?
N-O. Okay? Yeah. Just because you're happily married for 30 years doesn't mean he is.
That's offensive. That is you being offensive.
You think so?
Yeah.
Don't forget to cook them dinner. All prisoners must be fed.
Again, offensive. Scary, the sound. Yeah, you just scared the shit out of my cat.
It sounds like you got a scaredy cat.
So what should we do? All the neighbors are...
Open the front door and let him go run free.
I'm talking about the noise.
Oh, I'm talking about your cat.
I get it.
Tell you what, if he's got 9 lives, why don't you see if you could have one? Why am I here? I'm here because I know everything. There's nothing you can ask me that I don't know.
What is this?
That's a circle. You see what I mean? I know everything. I'm here to answer any questions, concerns.
What is this?
That's your finger. And please don't ask me to smell it.
You know what?
Okay, who's next?
Are you the manager here?
The guy's a fucking troll. He's perfect. I like it.
Sound like Frank Rizzo.
Ooh, Frank Rizzo.
Frank Rizzo. Remember the Jerky Boys?
Oh yeah. Oh, so this is kind of interesting here. The Epstein files, data centers, and Ponzi schemes. Listen, this is going to be Jewish surveillance over your ass. That's exactly what this shit is. Trust me.
Do you want to know why Trump wants us to stop looking at the Epstein files? Because the Epstein files have a shit ton of data about data centers and AI facilities. And who would have thought that? From all the way back, like 1998, even further, it's a fucking Ponzi scheme. Oh, I will share the link. It's been planning for like 30 years to set up all these data centers, and they're going to suck the grid dry, or suck the water dry, and fry the grid. It's a Ponzi scheme. In the document that was in the Epstein files, one of them talks about how the business only works if you get the business minded in the mindset of making the business work. It's a fucking scam. Data facilities are not doing anything productive for the world. Literally, like they're not. They're causing more harm than good. Data storage is not, there are more efficient ways to store data if that's what we were actually doing. That's not what they're doing. There's 5,500 data centers in the United States of America. In China, there's 500. Like they're committing financial fraud. It's the Epstein playbook. And the people who are continuing to go to work for these places, like, you guys are fucking Nazis. You're evil, horrible people. You are literally financially backing the people who are predators, pedophiles, and you're doing it for a 40-hour work week making less than 60 grand a year. You're the biggest fucking bootlickers I've ever
Scene was the last word. Scene.
Yeah.
Biggest bootlickers I've ever seen.
I mean, I'm sure data center stuff is in the Epstein files, but I doubt that's the reason why that he wants us to not see it.
Yeah, there's way more horrific shit.
Yeah, it's far worse than data centers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that data centers or that reflecting pool thing is really a debacle. Really bad. It's not coming out the way that he there again, another one of his fucking grifts. That's all he does. Listen to this shit.
A guy who's unbelievable at doing swimming pools. Up the road, we have a club, we have an Olympic-sized swimming pool. He did it 20 years ago, and it's perfect to this day. So I asked him, I said, I have an idea. I'm going to send my contractor over and take a look. He looked at it, he called me up, he said, so we can do something on it. He said, it's perfect, actually.
Staffers at the Interior Department have noticed bubbles, small holes, and uneven layers of the tinted waterproof coating, leaving the pool various shades of blue. Oh, and the price tag that Trump touted has skyrocketed from 1.8 to more than $13 million. The now deleted social media post, Trump writes, I didn't give out the contract. Interior did to a contractor I did not know and have never used before.
I think it's complete and utter embarrassment. It's meant for reflection. There's probably not going to be a lot of reflection for a man who doesn't reflect on himself.
I mean, why are we spending money on changing the color of the pool when we're currently at war with Iran?
Well, a nonprofit has filed a lawsuit arguing the renovation would be more appropriate for a resort or a theme park.
You know, shit. It's not supposed to be like a fucking Holiday Inn swimming pool or some shit like that.
As a painter of 30 plus years, that would have been a dream job for me, man. And I wouldn't have fucked it up. And it would have been hard to find the same color paint, man. Because every fucking gallon, that's why we box our paints. Every gallon, you guys, sometimes a little bit off, right? Like, do something that big. I've done ships and stuff, man. It's like, that would be a great gig, man. How do you fuck that
Well, I
up?
mean, yeah. Here, the thing is people don't really understand and I wish somebody would have gone into it a little more on this, you know. The purpose behind the reflecting pool is to show the union between the male and feminine, the masculine and the feminine. Okay? You've got the masculine is the Washington Monument, and then at the other end, what do we got? We got the Capitol. Boom. There it is. The phallus and the chalice.
Yeah.
The phallus and the chalice. And the reflection completes the image.
It's all a bunch of waste of money in me, but yeah.
Well, it's all symbolism. Like it's all laid out. That whole grid's laid out like in a pentagram. It's done by masons and shit when they laid all
shit. The thing looks like a fucking Ouija board from the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it really does. But here's one of Dan Bilzerian for Congress official. Was there what was the consensus on that vote? Did they find?
I didn't pay attention. I'll
I don't know. I have to find out.
Yeah, he's running for I don't know for what he's running
Congress in Florida. He's trying to get Randy Fine's seat. Randy Fat Jew Fine.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, he's going up against that guy. Fuck out.
Yeah.
There isn't anything on it.
Even if anything, his candidacy has brought out into the public spotlight the fucking bullshit. So
When were they supposed to vote or whatever?
I don't know. I thought it was yesterday or today.
There isn't a word on it.
You look at these other countries. Israel has fucking healthcare. You know, you get cancer in Israel, your government's not just going to let you die. But here, you know, people join the military, they go fight, they fight in these foreign wars, and come back, and you know, a lot of them are homeless. They're on the street. You know, if they needed a surgery, they couldn't get it. And it's embarrassing, you know, and it's totally unnecessary. You look at how much money it would cost to give, you know, healthcare, to solve the homeless problem, all these things, and it's like, it's not a lot of money compared to what we are giving in foreign aid, how much money we're spending. I mean, just look at this war, for instance. I mean, how much money we've already spent. They're trying to raise hundreds of billions of dollars for that. And I think people lose sight of how much money $100 billion is, or hundreds of billions, and what that could do for America.
You ain't wrong.
It's not till August 18th.
Oh, okay. You know what, man? I think, you know, even if he wins, he's probably not going to be able to change anything in there. But I think that he's got a mouth on him enough to bring shit to awareness, like he's been doing right now. My only thing is, I would rather see him out here spreading the word amongst the masses about bullshit than I would to see him. But also, it would be poetic justice to have that fucking Randy Fine get defeated by him. I think that would be fantastic.
He's more likely than not, given the possibility of winning, more likely than not to be censured, kicked out, or freaking compromised. That's about the only three options. I don't really see anything. Yeah, like you
it's
said,
not like Mr. Smith goes to Washington. It's not like no.
I know the minute he falls out of line, if he isn't compromised, which I have a hard time, the minute he falls out of line, they're just gonna censor him for something and then kick him out for whatever. You know, they're all on the same team against one guy. I mean, it won't take much.
It's the club, man. I know here in Canada, like our media is owned by government, right? There's government-sponsored mouthpiece.
Well, who owns the government? Who owns our government?
Yeah, right. Well, ours is China and India.
No,
if you're an outsider and you want to debate, they won't let you debate.
No, bro.
On stage.
Ain't China.
APEC.
Israel
owns our government.
Israel owns our government, bro.
But like with the media here, like if you're an outsider or part of a different party, we had PPC. We tried that shit. They wouldn't even let them on stage to debate. Like even locally, they wouldn't let them debate. That's illegal, but for one thing. But they won't let you win the club, man.
Well. Look at the power. Look at the power behind the Jewish lobby right now with the race for Thomas Massey. Thomas Massey, I mean, if there's going to be anybody in Congress that actually exemplifies, you know, constitutionality, I think he's the closest to it. You know, but because he doesn't fucking buck under to this fucking neocon nonsense, they're trying to primary his ass. Trump and the Jewish supporters are doing everything in their power to go in there and put another guy in his seat, the one that they control.
My personal opinion is he's a Trojan horse for starters, but
maybe.
But on top of it, he's the exact thing that what I was just talking about. What's there? No, exactly that's exactly what would happen. What they're doing to Thomas Massey.
Yeah.
If he isn't compromised, you know, they're going to do everything to get rid of him. Primary.
I look at it and go, doesn't that make it even more obvious to people? Doesn't that make it more obvious to people? It should, absolutely. But, you know, we've got all these people that are just really, they don't think. They've been robbed of their critical thinking skills. They've been educated. You see,
there is a portion of people that are black pilled too. You know, like we talk about all the time about how voting doesn't matter. You know, and at a certain point, you're like, well, what do we do? What do we do? You know, so there is people out there who are aware, but they're at the same time they're black pilled because it's been so long, their whole entire life, pretty much.
Listen, stop registering your automobile. Stop participating. Stop voting. Nobody's coming to save you. There are no good guys in government that are going to come and save you from government. Your government isn't even your fucking government. Israel controls and operates your supposed government. It's your belief in it, governo mentis, that gives it validation. Stop giving it validation. They can't have what they have without you. You are the key component to it.
Yeah,
they got you believing that they're the key component to your life, and the reality is you're the key component to their fucking existence.
Here's another thing that, they've shipped in all these, I don't want to know, whatever, I'll just call it what everybody else calls it, illegal aliens, a mass amount of illegal aliens who are dependent on the government, so they're going to have that portion of people in their pocket too. So that's another part of it, another piece of the puzzle for those guys, the bad guys.
Sure, the free cat, the cats, the stray cats will come if there's free food.
Right.
It's that simple. Okay, if you want to stop, and listen, nobody should be getting a goddamn thing from the government. Nobody should be getting a goddamn thing from the government at all. No,
shouldn't be easy to get, anyways. If you like,
well, the reality is the government has no intrinsic wealth. It doesn't produce anything. Anything that you receive from the government was stolen from someone else.
Right. The amount of the money that they've stolen over the years that we could have fixed everybody's lives 1 trillion times over.
God. And they just keep blasting off fucking money and shit over to that goddamn little shithole Israel. What the fuck, man?
Go back to the illegal thing.
People don't realize that your biggest problem in your entire fucking existence is and has always been your government. Okay?
This is a funny story, though. It's just happened to, I don't know the name of the politician, but it was
I'm listening. I'm going to go grab my
politician, he's partially responsible for the influx of Indians from India, Indians, into this region so they could get the votes. He pandered to them, went to their temples, fucking speaking their language, just doing the usual gay shit. And he got voted out, and they voted out who they replaced him with? One of them. Surprise.
Yeah.
And there's this picture of him walking all sad down this dirty trash alleyway, the pride flag flying above him, just suited it, right?
It's basically what's happening in Minnesota. I mean, same, pretty much the same thing. I mean, it ain't just Minnesota, but that's one of the big ones in the United States.
Yeah, man.
They pander to all those Somalis, and then next thing you know, they take over. Same with Dearborn, Michigan.
God, yes. Listen, I remember Dearborn when I was a little kid. My folks took me down there to a place called Greenfield Village and the Henry Ford Museum and shit. It was really cool, man. I was really impressed. They used to have these old timey cars that were like on a track that they were full size and you could drive it, and give it the gas, but it was only so much, and it stayed on a track.
Cool.
And they even had an area there where there was deer. In a fenced-in area, you could go up and feed corn and shit to the deer. It was really cool. And then now it looks like Baghdad. Mm-hmm. It's like, what the fuck happened? That's just in 55 years. That's just in 55 years something changed that much. Wow. I just sit here back in October. I think it was back in October or September. I went up to Michigan. Mm-hmm. I didn't recognize a fucking thing.
Yeah, it don't take much. I mean, many years. I know I've gone, my old stomping grounds, I've gone back there. It's a freaking ghetto now. It's, nothing. I used to know everybody on that whole block, and now I don't know a single person that lives there.
Right.
Old people alike, people that lived there their whole lives and died there, and I don't know any of them anymore.
I watched my own street change like that. I had World War II vets on my street when I first moved here. They're long gone, but now it's all Filipinos.
Yeah.
Like, why all the Filipinos? Why on my street?
It used to be a good neighbor. I mean, nothing special, but it was a good neighbor. Everybody stuck together, got along, talked to each other. You knew your neighbors back then, because you didn't have phones. You actually had to communicate. Oh, my God.
I still have that a little bit here, man. Besides Filipinos that moved in, but still mostly white people in my town, Hamilton. I'm in East Hamilton.
Well, we had a decent mix of race back then, but even it was different, people got along a lot better to an extent, but it's because you had to actually socialize with one another instead of freaking everything is through a freaking phone now or whatever.
Right. Well, I kind of lived in the Goyam section of the county, but I lived in Oakland County, Michigan, which is like one of the largest Jewish communities. You know, it's also like one of the richest counties in the United States. Well, okay, remember the guy just recently that drove his car into a synagogue or something?
Yeah.
That was there. That was in Bloomfield Hills in Oakland County. And every fucking cop in Oakland County, municipal and sheriffs were there, stadies, everybody. It was like, oh, poor Jews. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Holy
Yeah.
crap.
You know,
Meanwhile,
that's
the rest of Oakland County is being ransacked by somebody, you know.
That's something I don't know if it's just because I never paid attention back then, but I feel like there's way more synagogues here than there ever was before. It's like there's a synagogue on every corner now, it seems like, but
yeah,
it's wild. There's a
wait till
church on
wait
every
till the
corner.
people with the hats and the coats and the curls start coming in there hanging out.
The Hasidics or whatever you call them.
I think goat people. They look like goats to me.
Dreidel.
They do. They do. They're trying to look like Moloch. Come on, man.
Goat people.
What is it?
I just was laughing because you said goat people.
Yeah, goat people, man. Fuck. They cut their hair way up high like that.
Yeah,
they look like a fucking billy goat, man. They're trying to look like a fucking billy goat.
Hey, goat.
Crazy,
Yes,
man.
old man.
So if you want to know if somebody's anti-Semitic and they hate Jews, you ask them one question. You know what that question is? Are you in favor or against providing defense costs to Israel to fund the Iron Dome? Now, you know what the Iron Dome is, right? The Iron Dome is basically a system, a very sophisticated, complex system that tracks missiles in the sky, right? It's not an offensive capability. It's a defensive capability. So if somebody tells you they're not for paying Israel's costs to continue to fund it, what does that tell you about their ulterior motive, right? These are people who don't want Israelis to protect themselves in the event.
No, that's not at all. What that means is it's people not willing to foot the bill for somebody else to defend themselves, especially when they become aggressive to all their neighbors. Fuck you. They're like the drunk guy that goes with you to the bar and starts a fucking fight and then thinks you're going to come in there and kick ass with him. No, you're not. No, that's you. You just started that. You ran your mouth. You got your ass kicked. That's what happens, bro. I don't have. Now, if somebody unwarrantedly jumps you for no reason at all, that's another story altogether. But that's not the case here. And this is what we have with Israel. Israel is that mouthy fucking guy that starts a fight when he gets a couple drinks in him and then expects you to help him out.
Then that rockets are raining down against them. So if somebody you suspect is an anti-Semite, you ask them a very simple question. Are you for or against funding the Iron Dome? And if they say against, that means they want Israelis to die. And that's how you know if they're anti-Semitic.
That means they want Israelis to die. No, it doesn't mean that at all. Listen, I think you all got to, take your money and your gross national product and all that like every other country does. We don't pay for other countries' defenses and iron domes and shit like that. Just the Jew proxies that are in the Middle East right now, like the UAE and Kuwait and shit like that. And we didn't even really protect them a whole lot when this whole thing took place because we were busy sending all of our shit toward everything that was going at Israel. So, yeah.
Ocasio-Cortez the other day voted in Congress against funding for the Iron Dome, which means the United States is proposing giving them money to ensure that if rockets are rained down upon them by Hezbollah or Hamas or whoever.
Wait, why are people raining rockets on you? Doesn't anybody ever ask that question? Oh my God, they're getting rained down on by rockets from these. Well, why are they doing that? What's their reasoning for that? I mean, they must have done something to warrant that. It's not just an unwarranted attack, is it? Come on now. Stop that. You've been an occupying people now for, 80 years. It's like, stop. They don't want to be occupied. Quit.
Iran, then they don't want the United States to fund it, right? It's one thing to not want them to have offensive capabilities, but the second you say any country doesn't deserve to protect its own citizens, you're a motherfucking piece of shit. So that's how you know people like Ocasio-Cortez.
What a welfare mentality. That's a welfare mentality. Oh, you want to cut off my food stamps? You don't want me to starve? No, I want you to get a fucking job. That's what. I want you to get a fucking job. We're not saying that because we don't fund you that Israel can't defend itself. Here's a real question. Why can't you defend yourself without US support? What's the problem? Every other country in the area seems to be able to defend itself just fine without US support. So what's your fucking excuse? Because you want to lay back and have everything fucking given to you and then spin the narrative so it sounds like I'm a hateful fucker for not wanting to just dole out money to you. Get a fucking job, right?
And the Squad Gang are anti-Semites.
See, I don't even know what kind of fucking twisted thinking that actually is, man.
Well, it's gaslighting. It's projection. It's all the things, man.
It is. It's ridiculous, man. It's completely ridiculous. I don't know how somebody's mind can operate that way. I really can't.
All my life, I've been watching like major events happen. Every time there's a major event happening, Israel's always encroaching, fucking taking more land.
Oh, I know.
There's like distraction over here, but we get some land over here. Like this, they want river to the sea. They have the patches on their military crest that shows the Israel they want, right? From the river to the sea, or from the Jordan to the Peterson. One guy said, hilarious. From the Jordan.
I remember this shit. We'd see stuff on the news, man, and it was like I remember it was from, I think it was from the 6-Day War, and there was some news footage of them loading. I guess Israeli or Egyptian soldiers onto a chopper or some shit like that. And I remember going, I thought Vietnam had jungle, and that was the first time I realized that there was more than just one war happening. I was like, wow, how many more places are people doing that? Could that happen here? Are we going to do that here too? I mean, it's like you start thinking along those lines, at least I did. And, so this thing that's been going on for a long time with them and the Syrians and the Egyptians and the Golan Heights and all this fucking bullshit that they've been doing over my entire fucking life. You want to bring peace to the Middle East, you got to get rid of Israel. That's all there is to it. You have to get rid of that Zionist apartheid state.
I didn't know about the U.S.'s liberty until about maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's some shit there,
They don't teach that in school.
No, they're not gonna either. Because who publishes the school books?
They killed our guys.
The ones we had were McGraw-Hill.
Yeah, that's what I had too.
Which is Robert Maxwell's company.
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell's dad,
Yeah.
the Mossad fucking agent who wasn't a Mossad agent but got buried on the Mount of Olives with a full fucking Mossad contingency of people standing around and shit. Come on, man. They just say, oh, well, you're not seeing what you see. You don't see what you see. These aren't the droids you're fucking looking for.
Ghislaine Maxwell's father was head publisher for a lot of books that students read and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
That's what I just said.
Okay,
McGraw-Hill.
Nah, just smoking the joints.
I get that. I got a cough button on here. Well, it's not. I call it the cough button, but it's on my mic. I can just push it in. If I got a green light, it's going out. If it's yellow, then I'm safe. I can cough, fart, do whatever I want to. But sometimes I don't pay attention to it. I don't think I farted audibly on the air yet.
That's funny. This old couple, they were sitting in church one time, and the old lady leans over to her old man. She goes, I just let out a silent fart. What do I do? He goes, Probably need to replace the battery in your hearing aids.
Oh, no doubt. All right. I think this shit goes off. I got to pee too.
So since the fear-mongering media is too busy trying to shove another scandemic down our throats, I'm going to talk about what they really need to be talking about. And that is the 28 employees that were arrested on that Disney cruise for child pornography. And who would have thought? This isn't Disney's first rodeo. No. And let me tell you, unless you've been living under a rock and not paying attention to certain files that have dropped within the last year, Disney has a very, very, very deep ties with a certain person in a certain island. The guy kind of reminds you of Palm Beach Pete, you know? I mean, did you even know that the Disney Cruise Line did snorkeling expeditions to Little St. James Island? Who lived on that island? Huh. I mean, why would Epstein say that he has special privileges at Disney? And let me tell you, if you really want to have some fun with this, why don't you go dig into the tunnels underneath Disney? And look, honey child, this rabbit hole keeps getting deeper and deeper the more you look into it. Okay, why don't you go do some research and watch all the old Disney classics and really pay attention to what they're saying in those movies? Or how about go check out a certain building on a certain island compared to the Disney logo? Or why don't you go look into Nickelodeon and their logo and compare it to a certain island? And to the rest of you out there watching it that still go to Disney and give them your money, you are supporting all of this that's going on. And people want to look at me weird when I tell them that I have never stepped foot on that demon-possessed property, and I never freaking will.
Man, that ain't no kidding. I can't believe people actually still go and patronize that fucking detestable rodent. Mickey Mouse and all that nonsense. I just can't. They're always involved. They're always fucking involved all the time. They're catching fucking Disney people, diddling kids, kid images, all that shit, man. They're always catching them. People still go down there. One of the most photographed places and heavily surveilled places in the United States. You've already given them all your fucking information. They take your biometrics when you go in the goddamn gate. Hey, there's one. Yeah, they live at 223 fucking Elm Street in Pasadena. All right, well, we'll study what they do here. Okay, diddly, diddly, diddly. Okay, we'll be able to get that kid between this hour and that hour. I mean, you don't think they're doing that shit? Of course they are. Of course they are.
The ironic actually, and the funny part about it, not so funny, is that we live in a surveillance state now, but somehow none of these people get caught.
Yeah.
It's wild, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this was fucking crazy. This is the kind of shit. This is our world today.
So, today when a reporter asked Trump why the cost of the ballroom has doubled in price, here's how he answered.
We have a ballroom that's under budget. It's going up right here. I've doubled the size of it because we obviously need that. And we're right now on budget, under budget, and ahead of schedule. I doubled the size of it, you dumb person. Double the size. You are not a smart person.
And of course, Trump never misses an opportunity to tell us what his real priorities are. One more video and then back over to you, Cenk.
It's not possible for us to take care of daycare, Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things. They can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of one thing, military protection.
Military protection and, of course, Trump's ballroom. Back over to you.
No shit. Let them eat cake.
Yeah.
Better be carrot.
It's not funny. When he first came in, when he first hit the scene, I was like, fuck, this guy's hilarious. 2016. Oh, yeah. Fucking, why not, right? He's a businessman. Fucking It's like WWF fucking shit all over again, but it's entertaining anyways, right? And he was funny. Now he's just a snarky fucking senile fucking weirdo, man.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah,
he's an asshole. 100%. And listen, these people are so ingrained into your political structure that you think is yours. It's not even funny. This is the New York mayor, Eric Adams. Check this out. He says, I served you. He's over in Israel. Imagine this.
My male team here in Israel, and as I finish, I wanted to come back here to Israel and let you know that I serve you as the mayor, but I want to continue to have the title that's more important to me than anything. I'm your brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I served you, not the people of New York.
And that's how you get your charges dropped.
I'm waiting for day of the rope. It's got to come. It has to come. Treason has to come. Rope for treason has to come back, man. Like, it was on the books here in Canada up until like recently in the early 90s, I think. You hang for treason, but nobody ever fucking did it. But there's a lot of them now, man. It should, like, legit. Like, we'll try you. You will be found guilty because the evidence is overwhelming, and you will hang.
Yeah. Well, we have to detach from this first. We have to detach from this government.
So we should have a guillotine then.
You know what I'm saying is, if people are like, what are you going to replace them with? Nothing. Okay.
It would be way smaller.
I got a better idea. We're gonna build our own rocket and beat them to Mars.
There you go. Send it one at a time.
We're going, guys. It's over.
But no, in reality, it's like if you go to the surgeon and have him take out a cancer tumor, do you have him put in a different cancer tumor? Of course not. Take it out and be done with it, right? So why would we want that? We don't. We don't. People don't really like it. They're trained to think that they do and that it's necessary. Now, let me ask you something. Do you need to be controlled or held with the threat of violence to behave yourself and not create a victim, Hobie?
No, man, no. I'm all for like living. I'd rather live in a what do you call it? Scary freedom over fucking peaceful tyranny.
Right.
Yeah.
You have the ability to govern yourself and not intentionally create a victim, right?
No, and I think most communities could police themselves and could get our own. We could hire our own, elect our own judges here instead of having every judge appointed. Seems like everybody's now. You have people getting DEI hires and all that shit. It's another whole different. It's just like they'll find anybody to do the job. They'll find the pilots to fly the planes, to fucking spray the stuff and drop the bombs and shit. There's always going to be somebody that'll be bought and fucking do the job, man. It's not. It's like I think communities could fucking need to eat those fucking people and get guys like you or me or anybody that's like to volunteer, get shit going, start fire a lot of people, hire some back, but go by merit this time, right? Merit-based system, fucking all the way, right?
For sure, merit, yeah.
Like nobody talks anymore, man. People fucking deal with their own shit in neighborhoods a lot of times.
This is Captain Josephine Guillebaud. And this is her encounter with Congressman Fetterman. You know what? Put a brown robe on that fucker, and he could be Uncle
Friar Tuck.
He could be Uncle Fetterton. He looks like Fester on the fucking.
That's Friar Tuck.
Yeah, he could. Well, he's got to have that little ring of hair, and you don't really have that.
When I went to Senator John Fetterman's office in my military uniform, and he walked out and waved an Israeli flag in my face and then slammed the door in my face, that was when I knew that our politicians, like, this was much deeper than anything that I could have ever imagined, and that there was the Zionists and the Israeli government had infiltrated inside of our government. You know, that opened the door to AIPAC and to lobby groups and to blackmail that they have on our politicians and Christian Zionists. You know, it's a lot of information to digest, and unless you're doing this every day, it's almost impossible to keep up with how complex the situation is. But if just keeping it on the surface level is that I'm here because children should not be bombed.
Can you imagine that? You go to your congressman or your representative dressed in military uniform, and this big Uncle Fester looking motherfucker comes out waving an Israeli flag, a foreign flag.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here? If it's not obvious to people yet, man, come on. It's going to be too late by the time you wake up. It already is. There's nothing we can do about this at this point in time other than abolish the government. It comes, what's it say in the Declaration of Independence, right? It says it becomes necessary for a people to abandon themselves from a tyrannical government, right?
Yeah. Or it's your duty to, fight tyranny or whatever the fuck they're saying.
When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty.
Yeah, there you go.
Thomas Jefferson. I can't take credit for that.
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson also said taking Canada would be a mere matter of marching. Didn't work out. It would be now. You just fucking walk across, take it.
I think the United States and its military and everything else is just a fucking paper tiger.
Yeah,
Fetterman was a pretty good bait and switch. They got 2 Jews for the price of 1. They just put Oz in the cabinet and Fetterman in the Senate.
What is this? Oy vey, please. Oh God, the gay Fed. What is this? Oh, this is about people picking on fucking Nick Fuentes now.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're fucking with him hard. This is funny.
The kid's gay. Yeah, he is gay.
El Capitán Gato, hombre. Señorita Fuentes, the lying fag, is at it again. Baby Hitler birthed in 4chan as a toxic pill to serve the Jews. King of the basement incels, whichever way the wind blows, that's his views. He likes to date the half-furry cat boys into male maids, an anal toy. Promoted his good friend Larry Loomer and his mentor Epstein the groomer. But it's all just humor. Okay, Zuma! Okay, Zuma! J6 into the Capitol he led, but somehow escaped for consequence because he is a Fed. Defending child porn, Tato Ali wants to marry a 16-year-old when he's 30. Spazzing out in the in and out, swings like a girl, no doubt. The last pussy he touched was his mom's, playing Fortnite under the covers with Sean. He's the gay Fed, that Nick, a fake Christian with the stick. Rock creepy back to Catholic. Weasel anyone with clout, then burn the bridge. A psychopath attention whore, a gay liberal at his core. Took $250,000 in Bitcoin from a gay French Jew. Everybody waking up too fast, hurry up quick. Low IQ, anti-Semitism is the new shtick. Charlie itching to turn, take him out so Iran can burn. Time to activate the asset. If anyone questions the narrative, label them low IQ. That'll do. Lying about Bilzerian, this isn't some trolling contrarian. He's the gay Fed, that Nick, a fake Christian with the stick. Rock creepy back to Catholic. Selling Epstein's quarters if a creepy Catholic with a thing for little kids. A Mexican midget obsessed with yids. Queer as a football bat, that guy licking lollipop shaped like a cock. Oh my, Freddie Mercury's mustache has seen less come. You know what they mean by generational run. Patrick Stewart, David Candace Tucker all have him on. And what does he do? Talks persecution, immigration, and racism, but he won't name the Jew. Sounds like Fox News, Goy slop message of division. Nick, tell us about your circumcision. Met sits a be paid. Oy vey. Sending the gay. Oy vey. Sending the gay. A squinty-eyed clown, a serial liar. Who does he admire? Joseph Stalin, he says is his boy. Of course he is, he killed millions of goy. His accusations are confessions, race realism is obsession. Nick Slick, Nick a little bitch. Bashes the Christian Casey Butch, only to endorse the COVID tyrant Amy Butch. Now he wants you to vote blue, and the best part, she's a Jew. He's the gay fed, that Nick, a fake Christian with the stick. Oy vey, so gay. Oy vey, so gay.
That was very true.
That video gave me an idea.
What's that?
You know how Gen Z always says, "Okay, boomer."
Yeah.
So when somebody says some small hat shit, from now on we go, "Okay, loomer."
There you go. There you go.
Okay, loomer. I see you, loomer.
Hey, have you seen these little fucking dumplings, squishy dumplings?
Depends on what you're talking about, I guess.
So these little toys. They're these little toys. And I saw them for the first time about a week ago up here at the store where I get my cigarettes. They're selling them up by the register. They're like $9 a piece, man. And
dumplings.
They're like these little squishy things. Now they had before that were kind of cool because they were made out of the same material, but they looked like a stick of butter in the wrapper. And I thought that would be a great joke to play on my wife. I'd just leave that on the counter, and she'd think that I'd left it out and melt on the counter. And she, But I'm glad I didn't get them because check this out. This is crazy.
So my daughter brought home one of these viral squishy dumplings the other day, and I noticed a very, very strong smell coming off of them. So went ahead, got 2 of my own, put them in a bag with a VOC meter as a little experiment, just to see what I would get. And to be quite honest, I did not think it would be this bad. We're at a serious level. VOCs are in the 6.7 in the 6s range, milligrams per meters cubed. This is a children's toy meant for kids ages 3 and up. And I'm in Canada, and Health Canada is supposed to be regulating this stuff. It's still going up. So these are coming out of China. They're obviously not getting tested. I've already sent an email to Health Canada about this. Keep in mind, things like paint, anything is regulated so that this doesn't happen. Okay? And this is a children's toy, so the quality should be even better. 3 and up is what the box says. Ages 3 and up. Kids are putting these up to their faces, in their mouths. They're busting them. The filling's coming out and going all over the place. Keep in mind, this is what the ambient air quality of my house looks like. Much, much different, as you can see.
That's probably pretty dangerous. I'd watch out for him. I bet that guy is pretty anal, though.
Yeah, I'd say if you get a device like that, wait till he finds out about candy.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Eat the fucking lead paint chips, kids.
So are you terrified of the hantavirus yet?
Jesus, man.
I know.
It's haunting my dreams.
You see the pictures though? They're showing the people all in the hazmat suits and shit, and everybody else like the bus driver, fucking people on the bus. No mask.
That's Hollywood shit.
Stop, man. No, it's not. No, not again.
Oh, I know.
Stop.
Monkeypox. Look out. Monkeys are loose. Shit. Remember all that?
I still want to hang people responsible for the shit in Canada, man. Like I have lots of dead family and friends from that shit.
Yeah, I lost a couple.
Look, man, nobody's ever going to be held accountable for that shit. They'll put on some kind of a little dog and pony show and ask questions and yell at each other on C-SPAN. Nothing will come about from it. That's all it takes for people. Then they rest on their laurels and go, oh, good, they're doing something. No, they're not. They're just putting on a show for you, so you think they're doing something. They're not.
Yeah.
This is fucking bullshit. People put up, oh, we got to wait for the mystery box. You know, pretty soon these victims are going to come out and speak, you know, and a couple of them have, but look what they do to them. Look what they do. This is crazy.
That's it. There's no one coming to save us. Everybody thinks there's a room full of smart men somewhere behind closed doors. coming up with a plan, right? Change it all.
Hey Sirius, tell Fauci comes back.
Watch what this fucking little weasel fuck on the right does. And what's with Cuomo's
Gestapo?
his little porn stash he's got going on there.
Blew down the fuse.
Hey lady, did you order a pepperoni pizza?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever. All right.
Focused on a woman named Farmer. Now, Farmer accused lots of people. All of them were Jewish. She said, quote, I have a hard time with Jewish people. All the Jewish people I met are pedophiles who run the world economy. She talks about the Rothschilds. She is a blatant anti-Semite and a liar. She said she didn't accuse me, but she said she saw me in Jeffrey Epstein's house before I ever met Jeffrey Epstein. She clearly, provably lied about me. And so what we have, because she focused.
So it's anti-Semitic because every one of the pedophiles that trafficked her and shit was Jewish. That makes her anti-Semitic? Wait a minute.
Of course
Hold
it
on.
does. Okay, Loomer.
Right? And Loomer ain't even fucking Jewish.
Yeah, no.
That's sad.
There's another guy. It's outlived his expiration date.
Here's some kind of weird fellow that paints his nails. What's he talking about? Trump's lookalike recruiting poster. Oh yeah, he was on another one of his posting binges, I guess.
Trigger warning, this is going to be a Donald Trump jump scare, but I have to talk about what he just posted. He put up this picture, AI or painted or something, of him pointing like Uncle Sam saying, I want you. That's enough of that. Now, the depiction of Uncle Sam pointing and saying, I want you, also underneath that said, for U.S. Army. Okay, it was a recruiting poster from World War I. Now, we are currently in a war with Iran, but Donald Trump has claimed that we've already won that. He, in fact, 2 posts before this, a couple hours ago, said that any newspaper who reports that Iran is doing well in the war is being treasonous. He literally said that. So why is he putting up a recruiting poster look-alike thing saying, I want you? Maybe he's targeting it at children because he is, again, a pedophile. Release the goddamn Epstein files. But if you're worried that we're going to get into a bigger war, don't forget that Donald Trump has also said that he only invaded Iran as a test for NATO to see if they would be involved with us in the, quote, big one. Now he's...
Psych! I was seeing if you guys would help. Never mind, Iran. That's really? He did that as a test to see if NATO... What the fuck, man?
As soon as I saw them, like a couple seconds ago, I saw the painted fingernails and I kind of zoned out, squirreled for a second. Wasn't really listening.
Yeah, I listen. I'm just listening to what he's saying. If it makes sense, it makes sense. I don't give a fuck what he does with his fingernails. It's his business.
Stretch.
But yeah, I mean, think about that. He said that he bombed Iran as a test to see if NATO would help, and they failed. Okay, good enough. I was testing you. Yeah. Fuck you, dude. God.
Putting up recruiting posters or look-alike recruiting posters saying, I want you, not saying for U.S. Army, but that is clearly what his intention is meant to be. So is he going to escalate us into further wars? Most likely, because he's continuing to commit acts of war like kidnapping head of states. Where is Maduro? Does anyone know where Maduro is? Has he been charged with anything? Has he been arraigned? Does anybody know? Also, we've already won the war in Iran. So why are we recruiting? Also, Donald Trump has said, of course, that we have the greatest military in the world, and also that our recruiting numbers are the highest they've ever been, because he knows nothing about history or either of the world wars. He is planning to escalate, and that is the plan. He is going to try and do something where he escalates this into a war, and then he says, oh, now we can't have elections. We are still going to have elections. Please, people who think that we're going to have any case where we don't have elections, you are completely incorrect about that. We will have elections. That doesn't mean that Donald Trump won't try to stop that process. Also, the Nats just went back-to-back against the Red with James Wood and Luis Garcia Jr., so I'm not going to let this ruin a good day for me.
Thank God.
Had to throw in some gay shit at the end, didn't he?
Well, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. When I see someone, when I see a man, a dude, like whatever the fuck, with painted fingernails, man, I stop listening. I don't know. Something just shuts off. It's like, why am I listening to this? Why am I wasting my time listening to
I kind of grew up listening before there was YouTube and these things here.
Same way, man.
I grew up listening to radio shows, you know. I really had only in my imagination any kind of idea what Rush Limbaugh was wearing or doing at the time that he was talking, or any of the other radio personalities that I would listen to. It didn't matter. I was deciphering the information. So I guess I've kind of trained my mind to filter that way. And that's what I do. I listen to the information. That's like Brenda would be totally welcome up here if he wasn't such a pedantic little bitch and actually had anything of substance to add to the conversation. But
some of what he's saying made a lot of sense. I mean, he was on the.
That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm listening to. Now,
like these commies, Marxists don't realize we have a lot in common, but they don't fucking.
I don't need to swallow the whole fucking package to digest the information. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, I can go to a buffet, and there's going to be things on that buffet that I don't particularly care for. I don't have to take those. I don't have to take that. I take the parts that I know are good, and there you go. That's good. Nothing's going to change the fact that fried chicken's good. I'm not so big on the okra, so you can hang on to that, you know. Some people do like the okra with it. That's cool. I don't. So I guess that's the way you got to that's how I came to flat earth, was I had to look at it from a xenoscopic standpoint. In other words, I don't know fucking shit about nothing. Okay. I'm not even from this reality. I don't even know what it is. Some people are saying it's this, other people saying it's that. Okay. Let's weigh the evidence. I mean, it was hard to lose that bias of your programming. It was very hard. But as soon as I was able to conquer that and overlook it, well, shit, then the reality came crashing in, like with a thunderous roar. literally. That's crazy.
I heard something the other day, it was yesterday, or somebody was picking up a transmission. It was recorded for about 2.5 minutes. Who was talking about it? They recorded it. It was old fucking Germanic, Proto-Germanic it was called. So it predates like when Germans and it's where the origins of English and German and Saxons and all those guys all come from. So it's older.
Right.
And it recorded
or so we're told.
I got a translator in, right? Figure it out. And that was translated. There was somewhere in northern Canada, somewhere in a valley, whatever. They fucking went to look for it, couldn't find it. But now we're thinking it's a UFO, right? That signal came from.
Yikes.
Our old language, right? So I found pretty cool. And it goes back to my theory, like we come from aliens, like different kinds, right? Maybe not monkey.
And where would aliens come from?
What do you consider an alien, though, would be another question.
Yeah, what is an alien?
Yeah, that shit can be interdimensional, man. Like it's just
that's possible.
You know,
sort of like how demons are interdimensional.
Yeah, if they're real, yeah, they'd probably be. Yeah,
that's what those extraterrestrials are. Those interdimensionals are demons.
I like to think they're your great granddaddy. More greats, probably.
I don't even know that I actually had one of those.
Yeah, how far back can you trace your lineage? Seriously.
Well, the name itself is about. The name itself is like 500 years old.
Yeah, but how far back can you trace your personal lineage?
Like I can only remember back to my great grandfather. That's as far back, like in my own mind, that I can trace that back to something I actually know it was tangible.
Yeah. And there again, that's dependent on which side of the family you're going down. If you're going by your surname, or because all the mothers involved in that generational expansion came from other lineages as well, too. So see what that becomes.
Mine's mostly English, like 90% English, maybe a little bit of Irishman snuck in there, and Scott. That's about it. It's pretty boring, actually.
A lot of that I have to question. I really have to question a lot of that too. Is it just, are we just told these little stories to
I met
to support their little migration theories of where people came from and that kind of thing? You got to be careful of that. It's like they offer this thing 23andMe, and you think you're going to get back this thing that's going to tell you where your ancestry comes from, as though that matters anywhere. I don't know how.
No, there's church records. You can go to the archive.
Right, but they're not really doing you any kind of a favor. They're collecting your DNA, dude.
I don't give anybody your DNA. That's stupid. I don't know why people would do that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's so important to them. Oh, look, I'm 40% Scottish. Well, is that now going to give you an allegiance to Scotland? You live in fucking Nigeria. Who cares? Or wherever you might live. It's just, God, get off of this. You know what they do is they get you looking at the past, focused on the future, missing today.
Yeah.
It's like you picture a sidewalk, right? One square on that sidewalk's the past, one square on that sidewalk's the future. Where's right now? You're pissing on it. It's right beneath you.
That's how a lot of people get anxiety, when they think too much about the past and think too much about the future and they're not in the present.
And unwittingly, by unwittingly focusing on that, they don't know that they're actually manifesting it. And by worrying, I don't have enough money. Well, you're not going to. You're not going to if you keep manifesting not enough money.
Negative shit.
Go into it with the idea that God always takes care of me. I always have what I need. I always have.
You can only control what's in front of you.
Come from, but I'm going to have what I need, and it happens, man. I'm not shitting you. It happens.
Yeah, there's something to be said about like your lineage, your DNA, your genetic memories, and shit like that. But even your diet, like, I like meat and potatoes, man. It's just a thing, right? It's one of my favorites.
Right.
I love fish, right? My diet, things I crave, my body craves. My body will tell me when I'm fucking low on sugar, salt, whatever. It tells you all kinds of stuff. But if you listen,
I must have some Chinese in me because I love Chinese food, man.
But it's like, well, like Indians here, natives, they can't do sugar and alcohol. Their body's not used to it. Their genetics, they never had that in their diet for years and years. We can drink too because we had
Asians as well. Asians and Native Americans tend to get drunk real easy and get a high susceptibility to alcoholism due to the fact that they lack this enzyme that Europeans have in their stomach that allows it helps you ingest alcohol. It's kind of like the difference between taking a shot and then squirting a shot up your butt, that other way, people are dying from that, but you'll get drunk, way drunker. These people do these, what they call, they do alcohol enemas. Alcohol enemas. And let me tell you something, man, that goes into the colon, it goes into your bloodstream and bypasses your fucking liver.
That's why.
And these people overdose on alcohol. They die of literal alcohol poisoning, overdose, and it shuts down the central nervous system. And they fucking die. There ain't no way to bring them back out either. It's kind of like carbon monoxide.
It's because they can't handle it. That and sugar, right? Some people even like natural sugars. I don't think they're good, but I mean, some like granulated fucking processed sugar doesn't work well with native like Indian girls.
Well, that's the core nature of alcohol itself. Yeast eats the sugar and produces alcohol, which is basically shit. It's yeast shit. Is what
a lot of diabetic natives here, man. That's sad to see.
So I wanted to show this video. I usually don't show a whole long video like this, but this was on High Impact Flicks on Twitter. And it's pretty good. It's these state troopers really trying to exact their authority on this dude, and they're really having a rough time fucking doing it. And I like seeing that. People they realize that it's just a fucking costume. You only have certain powers, man. This is pretty good.
Why don't you get out of your gang mobile and have a conversation with one of the people? You coward!
Is it just me, or does it seem like more and more people are getting more and more sick of law enforcement tyranny?
You just said I can walk over there.
I'm having you step over.
Am I detained?
Yes.
For what?
Until I find out what's
For
going
what
on with the
crime?
shooter here.
Now I'm detained until you find out? Have you bumped your head?
You're interfering with his investigation.
How
That's
so?
the
By
problem.
exercising free speech, you cannot convert my rights into a crime. I didn't say to your sorry ass until you opened up your piggy lips and tried to tell me where I can and can't stand. You are a sorry ass piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah, really. And the people are sick of it. You're out here harassing and collecting. What you do is everybody's business. Your safety. Officer safety is cowardice. Woodchuck to ground squirrel. Woodchuck to ground squirrel. Come in. Oh, I got First Amendment here. I can't handle it.
Welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel. If you get something out of these videos, like, subscribe, and share.
That is as funny as shit, though. He says that shit. It is like, he gives zero fucks. I love it.
Here's the deal.
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 The owner of the YouTube channel Press Harder is out.
Oh, and that's the name of his channel on YouTube is Here's the Deal. Definitely go over and check it out. This is High Impact Flicks on Twitter.
And Disturbing Illusion he's got too, eh?
Yeah, he's got Disturbing Illusion too. Yeah, I just ran across that picture of me and him in Richmond.
Nice.
From back in 2020.
Cool.
Out in a public place, recording a public interest story, and here's his interaction with state troopers. Tell me if you think he's fed up with the tyranny coming out of law enforcement.
Looks like an accident.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great.
McCrary. So that guy looks like he's got a ticket and then two messed up legs.
You ain't gonna get a rise out of me.
I'm not trying to. I ain't gonna get a rise out of you. Yeah. That's good to know, man. A camera should never get a rise out of an officer. You agree? Yeah. Is that why you pull people over to get a rise out of them? Is that why you pull people over to get a rise out of them? I mean, no, but you do though, right? But you do pull people over.
I do.
Right, and so what's the difference between when you hold peeps accountable and the peeps hold you accountable?
What does that mean?
Well, you said that I'm not going to get a rise out of you. Why would you think I'm trying to get a rise out of you, man?
That's a pretty common thing. People trying to, cause a problem and video police officers.
It's a pretty common thing for police officers to be trying to cause a problem.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
If you want a video all you want. That's fine.
Yeah. McCrary, what's your badge number?
722.
722. Are you done?
I can't hear you.
Are you done?
Yep.
All right.
I've asked him before. I said, why do you have to wear that stupid hat? What's up with that stupid looking hat, man? And then they get all self-conscious about the fucking thing because I keep looking at it and kind of smiling and like it's really weird.
Yeah, you have a good one too.
They don't know how to deal with that. There's little tricks you can learn that will actually make people do things, like that, like make them self-conscious about something. But you can get somebody to sit there and look and wipe their face if you just keep when they're talking to you, if you just keep looking at their cheek and then, kind of go like that and mimic like that. And then they'll think they have something on their face. Yeah, they will. It happens. It's easy to do. It's easy to manipulate people if you just know little subtle tricks. And it's not suggesting you should manipulate people, but I think it's interesting how easy it is. It's made me more aware of what's being done to me.
Man.
Besides, how would videoing police officers cause a problem? If you're a good police officer, don't you want people recording your good deeds so they can show everybody else how great cops are?
What a freaking dickhead. Ignorant cop-splainer. Sir gets out of his car the second I walked away. That's shameful. Absolutely fucking shameful. Run away, pig. What a fucking pig, man. What a fucking pig. Fuck you, man. Why don't you have a conversation with the people, you fucking coward? Why don't you get out here and talk to the people? You fucking worthless, slimy bitch. Have you ever seen a fucking protest? Why don't you fucking get out of your gang mobile and have a fucking conversation with one of the people? You fucking coward. Yeah, you're a fucking coward. You run away every time the camera shows up? What a little fucking bitch. You're a fucking coward.
I kind of get the idea this guy doesn't really like the police a whole lot.
No.
I'm just guessing, you know, I'm going to go ahead and assume that.
Yeah, I don't think he's. How's it going, guys?
Good, man.
Hey, how's some bad influence, fellow Canadian?
Hey, man.
Oh no,
I've been on your show once, a couple times before.
I know who you are, you fucker.
Yeah.
Papers, please.
Mm.
Immigrant. Illegal
You
alien.
don't think this guy's pushing it?
Hey,
You don't think
y'all
the
need
guy's
to come down here and collect up your fucking geese, man.
Yeah, I'm sick of those damn things.
All right, listen. I was riding up the road here and went by the pond, and there was a couple of them illegal fucking Canadian geese, illegal immigrants, with their little anchor goslings. You know what I'm saying?
Just shitting all over your park.
Looking for a handout of corn or bread or some shit. Fuck that. Man.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
You don't hardly see no white geese anymore. The white geese are becoming more rare because of the race mixing with the fucking Canadian geese and shit. See?
They're all up here laying eggs right now.
Yeah, I figured they would be. It's the time that they're coming north again.
See, I hear you can eat them and they're good eating from one guy, and other guys say that no, they're wormy. So I don't know. I'm never gonna eat one.
I've had jerky, Canadian geese jerky. It's actually decent.
I heard it's pretty good. Yeah.
My cousin's wife is from Thailand. He owns this big barge on Okanagan Lake, and they lay all these eggs all over the place. And she eats them even though they're fertilized, and she likes it when they're like half chick. And it's like a delicacy for her. She just loves it. So she goes, she waits until they're like germinized and they're like half chicks, like there's feathers on them, and she like cooks them all weird fucking ways. It's crazy. Yeah.
Wow, man, isn't that you guys' national bird in Canada? Isn't it? Is it Canadian goose?
Probably. I don't know.
I'm
not sure. I'm not very fucking.
Who the fuck decides that dumb shit? Like even here in the United States, you know, every state's got a state bird and a state tree and all this dumb shit and a state flower. Who decided that fucking shit?
Well, I mean, I get it. That's the indigenous flower. Like does the New Brunswick got every province has one too, right? There's a flower.
Yeah. Every province has its own flower up here.
We got flour.
I guess you got to have something to put on their little flag or something. I guess we got to have a flag.
It's got to go on the postcards and stamps and everything.
There you go. You got to have that shit. That's
got
what
to
you
tax
do.
it.
Yeah, I think it's a Canada goose.
I'm glad that we spend a lot of time and resources on deciding what's going to be what like that, because that's really important, you know. And did you ever notice that about most of all the state songs in the United States are "Oh Christmas Tree"? The melody is "Oh Christmas Tree."
Oh, Tannenbaum.
It's like half of them are, you know. It's like, come on, man. Yeah, the United States national anthem is horrible. It really is.
We're a bunch of retards.
Well, think about it. It's about is war and fucking explosions and shit and a flag. It's like, how does that really represent America? It doesn't.
Right now, pretty good.
Warlike, and we worship a fucking piece of cloth. The reality is, I think America the Beautiful would make a way better national anthem. You know, there's nobody getting blown up. There's no bombs bursting in air and rockets, red glare, and people dying to keep a flag standing up and all that other fucking nonsense. Hell no. It's about what we have here and how nice it is and how beautiful it is, you know?
Yeah. or like Hallelujah or something like really like decent. Not all this. Yeah.
Well, no, they got to keep you mired into this fucking government. That's what it is. They think they think that being an American is being all about this fucking government and a flag and all this other nonsense. No, that's just shit they told you in school, man.
Change it from like a Bruce Springsteen lyrics to more like a Jimi Hendrix lyrics, like
born on the fucking earth, born on the fucking earth.
Yeah,
born on land because I didn't want to die.
That was always cool. What Owen Benjamin? I know he's controversial, but
of a girl and a guy.
How he showed how like so many songs are like really similar, like all the chords are like the same shit, and so they have it all. It's all planned out, like how to get you, into the music, and then they just put the lyrics in there.
If you listen to Springsteen's lyrics, they're fucking depressing and they're negative about.
I can't listen to Springsteen for any length of time long enough to really know any of his lyrics. I hate him.
No, but like you can compare his lyrics and his words, like when you listen to the songs and stuff, what he's singing about it, and how his bullshit poetry goes with. Compare it to like Chuck Berry or like, you listen to other guys. It's like they sing about America in a fucking positive vibe, man.
Revved up like a douche with a rubber in the night. Yeah. That's what I thought that song was until I heard somebody else sing it, and I was like, "Oh, like a douche revving in the night."
It's the same way how they make company jingles is all sexual. Like juicy fruit is gonna move you, or once you pop, you can't stop. Every single jingle has some kind of sexual connotation to it.
Like taste the biscuit.
Right. Yeah, taste the biscuit.
But the nights that the lights went out in Georgia, and the judge in the town had love stains on his pants.
Oh, I never caught that.
Isn't that how that goes? No. Anyway, let me finish this video.
You're a fucking coward. Running from the camera, sitting in your goddamn... Shut up. Sitting in your fucking gang mobile, hiding from the people, refusing to have a fucking conversation with the goddamn people. You're a fucking coward. A whiny little bitch.
Be arrested.
It's officers like you that fucking put a disgrace and shame on the fucking other officers that work hard, that have conversations, that try and bridge the gap in the team. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Are they detained? Am I detained? Is it still a free fucking country? You sorry ass piece of shit. Is this road fucking closed because your fucking whiny ass has a... I'm not stopping you. Free speech doesn't stop. I can fucking talk as loud as I fucking want. Fuck you. What investigation? I can follow you. I can go wherever the fuck I want. Have you ever seen a protest? Oh, I can't. Oh, it's free speech fucking stop because you... I'm not stopping you. You can talk to him all you fucking want, and I can throw a fucking protest.
I don't know, man. I think that guy's trying to be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you got better. You guys have more rights than we do, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, well, but still, if that's what you don't have to just keep berating a guy, of course you don't want to talk to you. I wouldn't want to talk to you either. You're being a dick.
That's part of it.
If the cop busts loose,
I've had my
for no reason for that, then that would be wrong, right? But still, what are you doing, guy?
He's instigating.
Yeah.
I've had my ribs broken twice by the RCMP for no reason.
Oh, there's a reason.
There's a reason. There was a reason something hit your fucking ribs and they broke.
Yeah.
JB's always on the hunt.
Yeah, I know. I hate those fucking trucks.
You got a problem with the First Amendment? Yeah. Take the walk of shame. You started it. He's not all right. He's a fucking coward. Yeah, I just wanted to have a nice conversation with an officer, but this fucking coward fuckstick wants to run and hide in his goddamn gang mobile and pat himself on the little butt, make radio calls, woodchuck to ground squirrel, come in. Oh, I got First Amendment here. I can't handle it. There's a fucking protest. I don't know what I'm going to do. What a little fucking bitch.
Woodchuck to ground squirrel. Oh, man.
This is exactly why This is exactly why we film these fucking cowards. Let me deal with them. You're obstructing my investigation with your free speech. Go fuck yourself. We got lights and sirens. Running code 4. Probably coming right fucking here.
Yep. No, you did it.
Now you're gonna piss off the Ford.
Now you brought in Woodchuck.
That bitch again?
No one's gonna be able to go around them now. Blocking fucking traffic.
How are you doing, Trooper?
George.
How are you doing?
Trooper?
You just exercising your rights to film?
Yeah.
Okay,
And my free speech.
Right. You can't be on this traffic stop here.
This isn't a traffic stop. It's an accident. Nobody's detained. And I'm sure as hell not detained. Is this closed?
Sir,
is this closed?
I don't want you.
Is this closed or not? I was never in between those vehicles.
This is right here. If you want to film.
This whole road's closed now?
No, the whole road's not closed. But
so I can walk through here.
This is his accident scene.
So I can walk through here?
You can walk off to the side over here, but
that's the only place I was. I never went in between those vehicles, and I never would. That's on the roadway.
Step over here for me.
You just said I can walk over there.
I'm having you step over.
Am I detained?
Yes.
For what?
Until I find out what's
for
going
what
on
crime? Now I'm detained until you find out. Have you bumped your fucking head?
Come over here.
For what?
Come over here.
What crime have I committed?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. How can you detain somebody unless you already have reasonable articulable suspicion that they've committed a crime? You can't detain somebody and then try to figure out why you detain them. Talk about getting the cart before the horse.
Interfering with his investigation.
How am I interfering? You said I can walk through.
Because it's hard for me to talk.
It's hard for you to talk free speech? Oh, is free speech a problem? Have any of you seen a protest?
You're interfering with his investigation.
How so? By exercising free speech, you cannot convert my rights into a crime.
What's worse, anyway, interfering with the cop's investigation or the cop interfering with your unalienable rights?
You're interjecting yourself into his
bullshit. I have a right to throw a protest on any public way, in any public forum.
This is a
So what? He can do it. I'm not stopping him. How come these cars can walk by? How come everybody else can walk by?
You are interjecting yourself into his investigation.
I can say anything I want. I'm not making him come over here. I didn't make you come over here. You guys are over here on your own free will.
Because you.
It's not my fault. Because I made you. So now I'm in control of your actions.
Do you think it's inappropriate for me to be
I don't care.
with citizens that are also free, and they have to hear you call me a fucking coward and a little bitch and all that?
Well, maybe
for them,
that's too bad. Have you ever seen it's over now.
have to deal with
It's
that?
over now.
I agree.
Your investigation is over. Nobody's detained. You're all free to go. This is bullshit, man. You guys just violated your oath. You detained me unlawfully for no crime, man.
Is he coming up on your scene? No.
This is a goddamn free fucking country. There's no yellow tape. Nobody told me I couldn't go there. I didn't cross a line.
We're glad we got to meet you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Be safe, man. What's your name? Don't touch me. What's your name, Corporal? What's your name, Corporal? Jesus Christ.
Good to go, man.
What's your name,
You're
Corporal?
interjecting yourself up here.
It's not interjecting. Stop trying to cop-splain. Your ignorance of the law is no excuse, man. I'm not responsible.
Good to go, man.
Yeah, I'm good to go. What is your name?
I'm Corporal Sergeant with Georgia State Patrol.
How do you spell that? I'm trying to read it. C-H-E. And what's your badge number?
696.
696. Well, you unlawfully detained me for no crime. You're a traitor to your oath, man. You're a traitor. It's sad to say you're a traitor. And he said I wasn't going to get a rise out of him.
Should have tased him in the gooch for officer safety. That's right.
Traitors.
It's hard for me to feel sorry for cops who lock people in their cars on the railroad tracks, who beat and tase the homeless, shoot family pets, extort travelers on the roadways. not to mention their other acts of aggression and tyranny. That's why I don't feel sorry for them when they get called out like this.
We got gang activity. It's a sergeant. Car 24, Mount Juliet.
It's a little cringy, but he has the right to do it, though, right?
Where are you?
I mean, like too fucking close, I guess.
Look at the gut on this one.
Fuck you. This bank ain't yours. This bank ain't yours.
Back off from my traffic stop.
Fuck you. I'm 15, 20 fucking feet away. I'll walk any goddamn where I want. How fucking dare you?
That's fucking awesome.
I'll do circles around you, man. I was in a good spot, and now you want to make things rough. You gonna tell this guy he can't go to his car? You should have shut your fucking piggy lips, man. Have you ever seen a protest? Have you ever seen one of those? It's about to be. You opened up your fucking piggy lips for no good reason, trying to act like you have some unlimited bubble, and you don't. It ain't awesome, man. The people are sick of it. The people are sick of it.
Yeah, they are. You're in the wrong town for this crap, dude.
No, I'm not, man. You're in the wrong country for this. This is the country of freedom, where you don't tell free people where to walk, where to stand, give unlawful orders. That stops here. You're a tyrant, man. An absolute tyrant.
Yeah, James Freeman is locked up.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
He's still in.
Yeah, as far as I know, Lackluster did a good video about it today. Yeah, $50,000 bond or some shit.
What's his charges?
Domestic assault, fleeing and eluding.
All kinds of. They threw the book at him. Huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Sticks.
wife said that he was armed. So she's the one that called, from what I heard, and said that he was armed. And that's not that's. She doesn't sound like a real peach. I don't know. I'm not. You gotta. I know there's two sides to every fucking story, man. When the woman calls the cops on you, that's not good. Like it.
No.
She
Hell
has
has
to
no
make it
fury.
because no woman would ever fucking do that to the guy if she was smart. He'd never call the cops to the guy.
Right. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Yeah.
That's truth.
Press harder may well have just saved this lady right here from getting a ticket. That's what I call public service.
I didn't say shit to your sorry ass until you opened up your piggy lips and tried to tell me where I can and can't stand.
I didn't tell you where you can.
Yeah, you did. You said back off like I'm your fucking bitch. And now you got a goddamn protest. You're sorry, man. You are a sorry ass piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah, really. And the people are sick of it. You're out here harassing and collecting, trying to call in backup. This is fucking ridiculous, man.
You speak for the people, do you?
I'm one of the people, and you sure as fuck aren't. You're a servant of the people. Yeah, yeah. You got this, like you own this freaking bank, man. You don't. You don't have some bubble around you. Your stop's over. I don't even know why you're
They got the whole fucking parking lot blocked up.
still here.
Because I'm trying to talk to you. Just find out what the issue is exactly.
No, there was no issue. I didn't say shit to you. I was just recording what my servants are doing in the course of their business. And you wanted to.
You had no part of.
Excuse me, everybody has a part of it. Okay, what you do is everybody's business. Okay. Officer Wentzel.
To a degree, you're right.
No, not to a degree.
You're right. There's times when, if an officer's concerned about his safety, you can't interfere with his safety.
Fuck your safety. I didn't interfere with anybody's goddamn safety.
You got to understand, in the minds of these cops, officer safety trumps unalienable rights. The only thing that's important in the minds of these law enforcers is that at the end of their shift, they get to go home safe, no matter what they have to do to make that happen. That is the primary objective. Officer safety spawned Terry v. Ohio, Pennsylvania versus Mims, and a whole host of other cases that squash your rights and exalt officer safety.
And produced what we had at Uvalde.
Well, if your officer safety is cowardice, what about my safety? My safety is what matters.
We're concerned about everybody's safety. We're also concerned about our safety. So
I don't give a shit what you're concerned about.
that's your priority. Okay?
Yeah.
That's your prerogative.
No, if you have some reasonable, articulable suspicion
What kind of work do you do?
I'll ask the questions around here. I'll ask the questions around here.
Or do you do?
I know what you guys do. You guys are tyrants.
You're a retired cop?
You're tyrants, man.
Are you a retired cop?
Don't ask me questions. I don't work for you. I'm not a servant of the servants.
You carry on and have a better day. Go do your drink at Starbucks.
No, you can go kick rocks. Don't fall in any donut holes. Don't trip on any sprinkles.
Yeah, because he interfered with it. All right.
I didn't interfere with a goddamn thing, man.
You might be arrested. You go interfere with the police. Don't do that, brother.
Interfering is a physical act, not speech alone from 25 feet away.
Just distracting. Carry on having a good day.
Distracting Houston versus Hill says that I can distract you intentionally and it's not a crime.
We'll see how that goes for you, brother.
Why don't you look up Houston versus Hill?
We'll see how it goes, brother.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Look up Houston versus Hill, and you guys have a better day.
Just in case you're not aware, the U.S. Supreme Court case Houston v. Hill ruled 8-1 that Houston's ordinance making it unlawful to, quote, in any manner interrupt a police officer in the performance of their duty was unconstitutionally overbroad under the First Amendment. The court held that the law criminalized a substantial amount of protected speech like verbal criticism or challenges to police, gave officers too much discretionary power, and was not limited to unprotected categories like fighting words. The lower court's invalidation of the ordinance was affirmed. In other words, the ordinance was struck down as violating free speech rights. Let it not be lost on anybody who watched this video that these cops made a veiled threat to a guy who is exercising unalienable rights under the Constitution of the United States, which is still supposed to be the supreme law of the land. The name of the YouTube channel is Press Harder. I will leave that link in the description for you. If you visit him, let him know Here's the Deal sent you. If you like these videos, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment under the video, and share the video. And I will see you in the next one.
That fucking backup guy was even goofier looking than the guy that was initially there.
Yeah.
Or some kind of a
Officer Farva.
Yeah, right.
Well, down low, it's 1:11 over here. It's 1:11 a.m. I gotta go to bed, man.
I'll see you at the
yeah, that's the time it is here too.
I'll see you at the Firehouse Pancake Breakfast, officer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got it. Yeah.
I'll catch you guys later. See you.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming up. See you next time, man. Yeah, I'm getting ready to call it a night myself here. So what did we have here? It says Trump is in China kissing major ass right now. We're going to have
Both cheeks.
Yeah, here's the they got this grand table. Look at this ridiculous. Why do they gotta have that?
Why not?
I don't understand why they have to have these big tables.
Well, President Xi, I want to thank you very much. First of all, that was an honor like few have ever seen before. And I think I was particularly impressed by those children. They were happy. They were beautiful. The military is obvious. It couldn't be better, but those children were amazing and they represent so much. And
All right, Donald, stop focusing on the children. Probably not cool.
I know they represent so much to you.
What, Cubby?
Wouldn't it be funny if they just had like somebody like hidden in the background somewhere with like a bunch of laser pointers on them, like freaking them out?
Hey, yes, Rob, you said earlier that that they didn't have anything for them. But I don't know. I even saw in like mainstream news that they had they had like a bunch of dancing kids and shit as they walked down off that airplane and all that shit.
Yeah.
I think he just meant like dignitaries or whatever.
Oh yeah, so they didn't have like a big
no one
parade
of
or
any-
anything.
No, there was nobody of any importance really there.
Yeah, just a bunch of kids dancing, which is what you'd want to see. Donald
Sure.
Trump.
Well, you can see he was quite impressed by it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those kids. Boy, yeah, I really like them kids. All right, Donald,
His
he's got
favorite
little
thing.
earpiece in. They're going, stop talking about the fucking kids, man.
Yeah.
Hide your boner. Hide your boner.
You and I have known each other now for a long time. In fact, the longest relationship of our two countries that any president and president has had. And that's, to me, an honor. We've had a fantastic relationship. We've gotten along. When there were difficulties, we worked it out. I would call you and you would call me. And whenever we had a problem, people don't know, whenever we had a problem, we worked that out very quickly. We're going to have a fantastic future together. Such respect for China, the job you've done. You're a great leader. I say it to everybody. You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true. I only say the truth. And I just want to say on behalf of all of the great delegation that we have the greatest businessmen, the biggest, and I guess the best in the world. We have amazing people and they're all with me. Every single one of them, we asked the top 30 in the world, every single one of them said yes. And I didn't want the second or the third in the company. I wanted only the top. And they're here today to pay respects to you and to China. And they look forward to trade and doing business. And it's going to be totally reciprocal on our behalf. So I really look very much forward to our discussion. It's a big discussion. There are those that say this is.
That's known as the watermelon room. See how it looks? It's all pink and green.
Oh, gaslighting Don.
Yeah, he's sucking dick.
Oh, that's that. But they're smart. China's smart, man. That's what they know how to please him because he's such a fucking psychopath, fucking retard. That they know if they just like make it look like a big deal, that he's gonna be so happy and he's gonna be like, oh yeah, the China they love me, they love me. Yeah.
What is this? Hold on, something about it. The Trump she talks, yell, get the fuck out of here, and the camera goes haywire. What the hell?
Get the fuck out of here. No, move.
Please put on the earpiece for the simultaneous interpretation. Thank you.
What's he focused in on? I guess he got in
Looks
trouble.
like the ceiling.
What's he
I
trying
don't
to tell?
know. Wasn't a lot of context there.
Yeah.
There wasn't. Oh my God! What is this? A Chinese Donald Trump now? What?
Konnichiwa, my dear Chinese amigos. Your favorite president is here in China. I'm here to meet with your lovely dictator Xi, great friend of mine, a bit of a party pooper. I told him he was the Kung Flu Panda one time, and he didn't even smile. And when I ask him for McDonald's and a Diet Coke, he offers me tea and friggin' sushi, or whatever it is you guys eat here in China. Probably dogs, like Somalis in Ohio. Anyway, thank you for inviting me to your lovely country. Remember to keep spraying Lysol in Wuhan. We don't want another fake virus to come from China. Anyway, arigato, bitches.
Good.
Those are all Japanese references.
I know,
And
but that's what's
Mexican.
beautiful about it because he don't have no idea.
Yeah.
You know,
Amigos.
that's him.
Hey, do you follow Jake GTV?
Yeah.
And so him and Jake Shields are palling around. You follow Jake Shields much?
I don't know. Maybe.
So he's a fighter and a UFC fighter, man. I'm digging his content, man. I don't know. I feel like he's a true motherfucker. Yeah.
He has good content. I don't agree with all of it, but
No.
he's got some good takes.
Yeah.
I probably do. I
He
probably
seems
do.
on.
What's his name? Jake Shields?
Jake Shields, yeah.
Yeah, I think
yeah, man. I'm digging the stuff he's putting out. Man, he seems honest. I don't know.
He's willing to engage with anybody. That's the important part. You know, he'll bring anybody on the show, no matter how controversial they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, so what do you think's gonna happen? Like, do you think there's gonna be famines? Like, do you think we should be fucking buying food right now? Or like, I don't
grow
know.
it yourself.
I'm growing a garden right now.
There you go.
Yeah, but
So,
like even I don't know. Do you think?
man. I don't know if it'll last long enough to get to that point. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, when you watch like Michael Yon and Mike Adams, it's like they're making it sound like we're gonna be starving to death and by like
Take a look at their merch. They sell survival kits and survival food.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, silver and gold and
Keep
survival.
your head on a swivel. Don't listen to these panic fucking people and all that shit. You know, take a look at everything objectively, and don't go by what somebody told you to do. Go by what you feel like you should do, and based on your own analysis of the situation, not somebody else's analysis of the situation.
Yeah,
So what we did.
Yeah.
This is one of the big mind fucks in the education system, was that you were programmed to accept information from quote unquote authoritative sources. In other words, you gave away your critical thought. You gave away your deductive reasoning in lieu of an authoritative source. Why? It's no different than the teacher said.
I think in North America we'll probably need to be a little more frugal, but I think it's a more dire situation in different countries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have
famine now. We have
Yeah.
famine now in many places around the world.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
think
reason for it. You know, and just like this asshole, it's more important to have a fucking ballroom than you know, that the people have a standard of living that's acceptable, that's not at poverty level, so that we're not status of a third world nation. You know, you want to blow all that, you want to steal all that money from people, but not do anything of the benefit of the people with it. You want to blow it on a fucking ballroom that none of us are ever going to use, never going to be going to, never going to go to any events at or anything else like that, just so you can have this fucking really bizarre goddamn gay ass Liberace nightmare fever nightmare. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just really, he's just, what the fuck? He wreaks havoc. He's destroyed the reflecting pool. He's destroyed the fucking White House.
Oh man, I don't understand. I don't understand how the normies are so fucking stupid, man. Like, how is this still going on? How is this still like operating?
Because they keep fucking voting. That's why.
Well, but like this has gotten so clown world. Like the clown world meme started like what, like 5 years ago or like 6 years ago, and this is like clown world times 10, and they're still and like the normies are still like, oh, that makes sense. Yep, okay, oh yeah. Like I don't like, it just blows my mind that people aren't like realizing that it's all a fucking joke.
Careful, Sav, don't knock that all over the place.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm trying to close it up so I can put it in my pocket. I've figured out how to migrate with all this shit with only 2 trips.
Oh yeah, I forgot your situation.
Yeah, I bought a dictionary from 1951, couple from a garage sale for like $1.
Wow. Yeah, you can usually find it, especially since people don't know what to do with a book in the first place, except to hold something on.
Paperweight.
Anyway, time for me to get off here. It's late. And what was I going to say? Yeah, thank everybody for coming on up here tonight. Everybody that showed up in the chat. It's been a fun show. We had fun. It was in.
Hey, man, your show is my favorite show. I've been watching you since you started.
Yeah,
I think
you've
I
been
was one
around
of
for
your.
a long time.
I think I was one of your first calling guys. Yeah.
I
Anyway.
think so. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, all
Love the
right.
show.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming up, Chad. Thanks for coming up as always. Love having you up here. And as we always like to say, don't forget the Lord loves the working man. Don't never, ever, ever trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him because he'll probably kill you. And remember, it's better to shit in the sink than to sink in the shit. We'll see you next time on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Good night, everybody.